Hi, my name is Timothy Olyphant, and I feel splendiferous about being Conan O'Brien's friend.
It's not a word. Doesn't exist. You know, let me tell you something.
First of all,
oh yeah,
and this is a compliment to you.
Now, when people say that, it never is. Like your face isn't as wide as it is tall.
That is a word, right?
What?
Splendiferous.
Is it? I don't think so.
Is it a word?
I doubt it.
Hold on, motherfuckers. Because the only reason I know this word is because Elvis Costello said it about this. That was his answer.
Yeah, but that's Elvis Costello.
Which means you weren't listening.
No, but I'm not going to correct.
It's all a blur to you, isn't it?
I'm not going to correct Elvis Costello.
Oh, but me.
Yes, you. Because you and I have beef that goes back a long way.
That's true.
The last time you were on the podcast, you were disrespectful. You disrespected not just me, but the whole form of podcast.
I remember it differently. Memory is not a reliable narrator.
You did random ads yourself for, I believe, made-up products just to try and get money.
Keep it up. I'll break them out now.
No, please. I forget. One of them was a tennis.
Brush your teeth.
I do brush my teeth.
How about those quips?
They're just going to send you a free quip. You're not going to get any cash.
I realized this morning I could use one.
Those are handy.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened on the podcast. First of all, let me say thank you for having me back.
Of course.
Thank you for having me on the first time. Yeah. I'm sorry it didn't go well.
What are you talking about?
I think my own brother called me and said, I learned nothing and way too much. That was his
I will tell
response
you,
to
this is
our first go around.
Okay. I'll tell you this, and Adam Sachs, you can weigh in. I believe, I'm quite certain that your podcast, your first podcast, one of the most beloved by fans.
Oh. Universally, every so often online, every few months, there's a message board that's like, list your favorite Conaf episodes. Every single time there's a list made, yours is in the top 5. Well,
I thank you both for telling me that. And let me just, special message to those people. Prepare to be disappointed.
No.
Go ahead, Conan. Hit me with your first question. What do you want to know?
I want to know.
I texted you the other day, and I really want to. This is important, and for the listeners.
Yeah.
I want this to be more about you and your performance. This is not about me right now.
Okay.
So ask good questions.
Okay.
Because you know what I mean?
You did text me yesterday and said, please ask me good questions.
You threw the first shot by saying we would meet up later for drinks or dinner and that it would be fresh, the podcast would be fresh in your mind and you would judge me.
Yeah, I'll judge you on your performance.
How's it going so far?
We're at a solid C-.
What?
Let me tell you something. This thing is killing it already. I can just tell.
You feel it, right? There's an energy.
No, that's an aneurysm. I don't know. I'm first of all, you're a delightful fellow, and we are friends in real life. Mm-hmm. So much so that I have this guy that works for me who's well known to my fans, Jordan Schlansky, and I taped a segment with him recently, and we put it out on the internet. And he has this moment where he's just furious with me that I didn't keep him employed. After we fully employed, I pay him half salary because there was nothing to do when the late night talk show stopped until we start the next project. And he's furious that he's only getting half the money to do nothing. And I start to defend myself. And he says, what are you doing anyway? And then he says to me with this contemptuous sneer, you have your dinners with Timothy Olyphant. And I swear to God, I've been hearing from so many people who love that line. That's what's in. I mean, Jordan is jealous, deeply, deeply jealous of our friendship. You know that.
Well, I know it now.
And I think a lot of people
I sat through patiently while you told that story, and now I know.
Did that go on a little long?
We all sat. I don't know. Ask the listeners. Is there a chat board somewhere?
No, we can't afford that.
How have you been? Are we
going to do this for real? Okay.
I haven't seen you in a while. Well, we haven't talked in a while.
You were busy. You were shooting projects. You were in Wales, I believe, for a while.
I was.
What?
I was in Wales. I found myself in Wales.
Were you not in Wales?
No, I was in Wales.
Okay. You were in Wales shooting some project.
The kids have left what they commonly referred to as empty nesters. That's what we are. And so now, I just turn to my wife and say, hey, you want to go to Wales? And then I say, all right, I'll take it. I'll take the job.
You'll take the job.
Yeah, if she's up for going. Wales is lovely.
Your wife, beautiful.
Let me tell you about Wales.
Oh, okay. I was about to say something nice about your wife, but you cut me off to talk about Wales.
Well, you took so much time with that last story. I feel like people
It was
need
not
a break.
a story. That wasn't a story. I was relating to you how you have impacted my life recently in a Jordan remote. So I didn't think that was a waste
When
of time.
you're in Los Angeles, you feel like Los Angeles is the center of the world. And when you're in New York, you feel like New York is the center of the world. And when you're in Wales, you're like London is the center of the world.
Not a lot going on there?
You know what, though? Good people. Good people, fun to hang out and get drunk with.
Yeah.
And then get in fights. It's a lot like my childhood. Modesto and Wales, they have more in common than you'd think.
Yeah. Modesto, pretty tough place to grow up.
The mean streets of Modesto.
Yeah.
I grew up on a mayonnaise farm.
Good crop this year, huh? I love that mayonnaise baking out there in the sun on the old mayonnaise farm.
You betcha.
Tim,
yeah. What else you want?
I'm going to tell you something.
What do you got?
I can't relate to you because Liza and I are not empty nesters yet. You are because you and Alexis had children when you were still in your 20s. You had your kids.
That's kind of you to say, but that's not. I think we were 30.
I think you were in your 20s.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you something else.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very different scenario. My children were born when I was in my 60s.
Yeah.
And as a result, and now they're in their 40s.
Yeah.
Do the math. I'm
crazy.
Just saying, you're such a young, free guy.
Yeah.
And you've got these very cool kids who are adults now.
They're young adult. Yeah, that's what I'd call them. And I got to be honest with you, because I thought throughout their childhood, I thought we had a good chance they'd grow up to be average. And
you told them that often, right?
Yeah.
That's a good thing to tell a kid.
Just put a lot of pressure on them.
Just before you turn out the light.
I was like, honey, I think you got a good shot at just growing up to be average. And you could move to Canada and have a nice life.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
What's wrong with average?
Exactly. That's what I told them.
Yeah.
And but I gotta say, I feel like they might be above average. I'm enjoying them. You know what I mean? Now that they're now that they're a little older, I'm impressed. And I say to my wife, I said, "You did a good job. Thanks for raising those kids."
Yeah, where were you the whole time?
Show business. You know what I mean? Well, I had to go act and and take naps in my trailer. I took a lot of jobs for the nap time.
Did you bring your family to set much on? First of all, you can't have kids around on the Deadwood set. Every other word is motherfucker and cocksucker. Right. You can't have kids around.
They came out once. I've told this story, but they came out once. Mm-hmm. They were quite young when we did that show. Once that I remember, and ran around and one day I was about to head off to work. It was breakfast. They were all sitting around, and I was like, I gotta go fucking work. And then I thought, I don't want to place this burden on them. That hate going to my job. So I stopped, like it was a teachable moment, and said, actually, guys, I really do enjoy my job. It's sometimes it's hard to leave, right? But I love my job. Mm-hmm. And I said, taking him a step further, I said, you know what I love about my job? And my son goes, the mud.
There's a lot of mud in Deadwood.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I said, yep. I just tried to press forward, by the way. I thought, no, yes, but also. And my daughter says, the horses? And I said, that's it. I'm leaving. The mud and the horses.
Pretty sweet gig, though.
I kind of get it. I guess that in a way they're right.
You know what I'm noticing
speaking
about
of
you?
average, how are your kids doing?
No, you don't. Listen, I had a whole thing in mind. I have all these questions.
Oh, do you?
And I haven't seen my kids in years. There's various reasons for that.
But you have your agent call once a week, tell them you love them.
Well, actually, no. My manager calls.
The manager calls.
My manager then checks in with the kids, calls my agent, who calls my business manager.
There it is.
Who then calls the accountant.
Yeah.
And then I'm told that the children are well. They're nourished, and they think well of their father.
That's nice. And so, and the lie gets relayed back to you by who?
Well, naturally, that would be the agent and the manager. They're the ones that really lie. Do you ever wear Conan merchandise around? Wouldn't hurt to help out a friend, would it?
I have the mug.
Yeah,
I just don't carry it around enough.
You're supposed to carry it. I told you to carry it.
Yeah. Did you guys give out T-shirts? I just know I got the popcorn.
I don't know that we ever gave out T-shirts. I don't know why we gave out popcorn. At the talk show, we gave out popcorn for years. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't
by
know.
The way, that's a Chicago
also,
thing. I called you from. I sent. Yeah, because they got that. That's a Chicago. Why did you do that popcorn?
Listen. I was at the very top of the power structure.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of all the decisions that were being made during the talk show. So
wait a minute.
I never signed off on giving away Chicago cheese popcorn. That was not a decision I made. I was, again...
Did you not get into the swag of... Did you not get into the hats and the T-shirt and all that jazz?
I think...
Because I was just thinking today.
No, I didn't.
Literally today, because I did a talk show the other day, and the hats is like, I'm never going to wear this hat. Like, does nobody have a cool hat?
I know. It's a problem.
What is with that?
That's
all
a problem.
the hats look like you're going to spend, like you're getting ready to go to Martha's Vineyard.
Right.
But why doesn't anyone have hats that look like, oh, that's like a cool hat?
It's very hard to do. It's very hard to crack.
What do you mean it's really hard to do?
I don't want to get into all the specifics,
right?
But let's just say that it's very difficult for late night shows to get good merchandising. It just is.
When I do
and I think it's a terrible problem that this country needs to address.
Well, I'm here to change it because I'm going to do a talk show. I've been wanting to do a talk show since I was in my 20s, but now it's not about me. It's about the hats.
You would have a great hat.
I would have a great hat.
You know what you'd have? You'd have
What?
a Justified hat. You'd have a Raylan Givens hat that said the name of your talk show on it. Because you look killer in that hat. That's part of the character.
I'm giving the guests cowboy hats?
Yes. Very expensive cowboy hats. And within weeks, your show will be in the red. You'll be hemorrhaging money. Because
So the guests come on. It's a whole fantasy here. We book you on the show.
Yep.
We just need to take your head measurement
before
to prepare you.
Or do it two ways. You either get the head measurements or you buy the hats and then book for the hat sizes that you can get. So, we've got a 7 1/4. Let's look out who's a 7 1/4. John C. Reilly. John C. Reilly, let's book him on the show. Is he plugging anything? No, he's not. We'll get him in here because his head is going to fit the hat we have.
Smart.
I've thought about all this stuff most of my life.
And yet you didn't have good swag on your show. We've already established that. You've thought about it. You've done nothing about it. I'm staring at a mug right now. It just occurs to me, Conan O'Brien needs a friend. By the way, it's kind of a funny T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is a funny T-shirt, yeah. I don't recommend you drinking out of that mug. I'll just tell you that much.
What if it said, I like Conan O'Brien needs a friend? This should be a better T-shirt. And on the back, it says, no, seriously.
You keep looking over your shoulder.
Just want to see if it went over.
At the peanut gallery.
I don't trust your laugh. You're just you're a very generous laugher.
I don't think I
just had
am.
to turn around to say, was that actually, you know what I mean?
I think your insecurities eat away at you. This might make you a better actor, but you have deep insecurities. And like a knife whittles a piece of wood, your insecurities pare away at your soul, sharpening it. And I think anything I can do to trigger those insecurities makes you a better artist. That's my theory.
Okay.
You know, we have to keep this intro short today because the guy who's on today talks. He talks and he takes
Don't.
over.
But every word is gold.
We
Why?
want
Why?
him to.
What makes
You know
he's
what?
handsome. He's
Adam
cool.
and I talk about this. He brings an element of chaos to this
Yeah,
podcast
he
that
does.
I think what you normally do to us, he does to you.
maybe?
And there is such a sweet revenge, right? There's
Yes.
a feeling of just justice happening that
It's like Freddy Krueger gets his in the end.
I think he's one of my favorite guests that we ever have because of what he does to this show. He
I
turns
think
it
the other
inside
thing
out.
is, I think he and Kevin Nealon are in the same category.
Yes.
They're chaos agents who have no respect for me.
Right.
Right.
And they just go for it. The fans are always delighted when these guys
Yeah.
are on,
Yeah.
either one of them.
Mhm.
And Timothy Olyphant he's so smiley and genial, and yet there's this contempt.
I don't know. He's also masculine, but like a pixie from another world that comes in and just kind of messes with everything. You know?
Yeah.
I get no masculinity from him.
Oh, I get
None.
a lot
Come
of
on, are you
masculinity.
kidding?
None.
Yeah. I
think
get it.
but no, I think
He's so handsome.
Yeah,
Well,
he is.
that's
And he's
different
so
than being
cool.
masculine.
It's not just being handsome. He's cool.
Yeah.
And he's he could do, I feel like he could do everything.
He's in Deadwood, my favorite show of all
Yes.
time.
I love that he always comes in wearing sandals.
Yeah.
Sliders, man.
Sliders. Okay, yeah, that's right. He
Oh,
has
this
small
is gonna come
hamburgers
up.
tied to his
No,
feet.
this is going to
Okay.
come
And
up.
he
Small hamburgers. See, he wouldn't say that.
No.
I think it's funny. I
Yeah,
think it's very funny.
I
And
know
you know what?
you do.
Can I just say something? I clean up pretty nice.
You
I think
do?
a lot of people wonder if you put a Timmy Olyphant next to me, you'd be like, oh, whatever. They're both handsome.
Okay. Why are you making this about him? Because
Yeah.
none of us can compete with
we
what he
we
is.
can
I
say
can.
he's handsome. You can
I
also
can.
be handsome. He can also be handsome. But he also has I don't think any of the comments are going to be like, I wish Conan talked more. I don't think that's going to be a criticism. It's not like people are going to light up the switchboards and be like, can you not have Timothy Olyphant on again? Because I wanted to hear more Conan. Shut Timothy Olyphant up and more Conan. I just don't think that's going to happen.
I've never heard him so quiet. It
I
seems-
know. And you guys are friends too. That's the part that probably stings the most is you guys are friends, right?
Remember in Goodfellas when they're playing poker
Mhm.
and then Spider?
This is the third time this has come up on this
Yeah.
podcast.
But I know.
I think
Okay.
multiple times.
But it's
Yeah.
important. It's
Yeah.
important
Okay.
because it relates to this moment right now.
Okay.
Spider finally talks back to
Right.
Pesci,
Right.
Right.
and everyone's laughing and loving it.
Yeah.
And Pesci's just
Yeah.
staring
Right.
at Spider.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now.
Are you going to tell me shut up called and told me it's me?
I'm going to pull out a gun and pull the trigger, and the gun is going to say, shut up, called. And it's you.
Do you know that when that happened and Spider, the guy who plays Imperioli, Michael
Yeah.
Imperioli,
Yeah.
his squibs went off, the blood packs, and he crushed a glass with his hand during the take, so they had to rush him to the hospital because his hand was bleeding, but they rushed him in the hospital and the doctors freak out because they thought that he had been machine gunned.
Oh.
All his
Because of the
squibs were
squibs.
still on.
Because of the
Yeah.
squibs, yeah.
And that's just another movie fun fact by your podcast co-host, Matt Gourley.
You know what I love? You're the guy here that's supposed to keep us on time,
Yes.
keep us on track. And
I'm in the Timothy
all of-
Olyphant mode,
All
man.
of this led to that one fact.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
our
I
plan
will
all
say this.
along.
I got more.
I'll
Wait till you
concede
hear
the-
about Frank Sinatra and Die Hard.
I'll concede the following points. Tim Olyphant, one of the handsomest fellows you'll ever see. Fantastic actor.
Yes.
And a spectacularly funny guy who's also cool at the same time. And I give him all of that. I give him all of that.
And he's nice to all of us.
No, come on. That's
He is.
overrated.
He is. He's
does.
really nice to
I could be nice to
everybody.
you if I wanted to. What does that mean?
What
He comes
does
in.
that-
There are two types of guests. Everyone's nice. Everyone's polite. But there are two types. Those that come in and they take in the room and they bring people in, and he brings people in.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goldblum was like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Harrison Ford,
Yes.
Kesha.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think
Yeah.
they pick up on my energy, which is very
That's
welcome.
not about you.
I know. No one's talking.
Conan. My name's Conan.
No, this is the least about you this podcast has ever been.
It really is. This is going to be the least you ever speak.
Conan. This episode's gonna win the coveted Conan Award.
Coveted?
All right, let's.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's okay. You forgot the most important part. Here we go. Let's get into this. My guest today has starred in such shows and movies as Matt Gourley's favorite of all time, Deadwood, Justified, which I also love, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a movie I adore. I'm a Quentin Tarantino freak, and I love that movie. Now you can see him in the new FX series, Alien Earth. Very excited to chat with him today. He's one of our all-time favorites. Timothy Olyphant, welcome. You know, we hang out, Timothy and I call him Timothy because we're close, Timothy Olyphant. We hang out. Not long ago, I hung out with you and we wandered around. We looked at some of your artistic endeavors. You're a very artistic man. I want to get that word out there.
This is my third time here on the podcast, and I see nothing has changed.
I love it.
I wasn't sure because I knew it's gotten big.
Yeah,
huge. You know, I listen to it. I don't listen to it, but I read the transcripts.
Yes.
And
he goes to the library and checks out the transcripts.
It's so good. And it's so good. It's this part where you're talking
that needs to be improved.
It just needs who edits it?
Matt, right
Matt,
there.
you're right here.
Yeah.
You're seeing what I'm seeing. Nobody stops him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should
feeling...
hear what I cut out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Hours.
Long screeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to substitute someone in, swap them out, but the name's in the title.
I've been honest about my affection for Timothy Olyphant and maybe my man crush. And then I find out today that there are two gentlemen in this room who join me in those feelings.
And might even supersede you.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you go? I was told by Matt and by Adam.
I love those guys.
Yeah.
He probably knows already.
That's mutual.
And what is it about
Matt,
the Timothy Olyphant episodes that seem to resonate?
Oh, he just disassembles it and deconstructs it and takes over in such a lovely way. It's
episodes of this show.
Yes.
That you've done.
Wow.
That you've been on.
Don't set me up, Matt.
No.
Come on. We're like 5 minutes in.
Yeah. No, we call you Never Miss Olyphant. So I guess the pressure's on.
Go ahead. You're doing, fill that space. Where are you going with this, O'Brien?
The name's Conan O'Brien. You'll use my full name as I use yours, Timothy Olyphant. A lot of excitement.
C is for comedy.
Exactly.
O is for N is for A is for and N is for no.
Who's more chill than this guy? He walks in flip-flops?
Yeah.
Those are slides.
The slides? Okay. I'm sorry. What's the difference between a flip-flop and a slide?
How long have you been in California, Boston?
I don't know. I don't look down.
Talk to me, Boston.
No one wears these in Boston.
No, these are what you...
I told you once I was walking in the streets of Boston, and some guy lovely came up and just said, "Hey, man, love your work. Say hey to Conan."
That is what I want out there. I want anytime Tim goes someplace, I want people to be shouting me out.
Didn't break stride, that guy.
No, they got a lot to do in Boston. He had to get
as good as it gets.
He had to get to a Dunkin'.
I'm just going to hope and trust he's listening, and he knows that I'm talking to him right now when I say that's as good as it gets.
He's from Medford.
That was pretty good.
No, there's a lot of affection for you, Timothy B. Olyphant. I don't know your middle name. I just made that up.
It's close.
Is it?
D.
Yeah, close enough.
Look
at him drink. It's incredible.
Jeez.
The play-by-play. You've added play-by-play.
Then he set it down onto a little rubber coaster. Who picked these coasters out, by the way?
I think it's for sound.
I picked the coasters
for sound, Adam. Right? These are for sound.
Does Adam remind you at all of Michael Cera? Do you get a Michael Cera vibe from him at all? Thank you.
Stronger, handsome, strapping Michael Cera.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there.
All right, sure.
Fantastic having you here.
It's good to be here.
You and I.
Thank you guys for having me.
You and I.
Am I the first? I couldn't be the first to return again, but the second or fifth, seventh?
Oh, I don't
Good
know.
question.
Eighth? How many?
First returnee.
I mean,
that's a good question. I mean, first of
Bill
all,
Burr?
It might have been.
I think it was Bill Burr.
Might have been Bill Burr. But you,
Oh,
I mean,
Bill
what
Hader.
do the fans say?
God, I thought
Weigh
you guys
in on
would
this.
have
Weigh
this
in on this.
readily available. I didn't mean to hold up the show.
Yeah, we have all these facts at your fingertips. How much water do I displace when placed in a tank? Tell us, Adam. What are the fans? What's the reaction? Because we get a very strong reaction. I always assume negative when Timothy's on, but apparently it's not.
No. It's
Opposite.
universally positive.
Yes.
Okay.
Universally positive.
And they love too that it's a whole different kind of episode when he's on.
Yeah, because
Well,
he's
I
a
don't like-
rascal. Because
Yeah.
he comes in and he just takes over.
He's a
Last
rascal.
time he did the introduction himself. You weren't even a part of it.
He made me leave the room. You know what he is? He is a rascal. Rascal implies, and I say it like that, rascal. And I don't mean the device that some older people use to get through the mall. I mean, in the oldest timey sense.
And cut.
He is. He's a scamp. You're a scamp.
How you been?
You're a lovable.
We
I'm good.
we haven't seen each other in a while.
I've been good, staying out of trouble. How about you, man? How's it going?
Really? That's
Yeah.
how quick?
Yeah.
How about
I
this
like
weather?
to get the ball out of
How
my
about
side
this
of the-
weather,
I like
O'Brien?
to get the ball out of my court so fast.
Wow.
How
Go
have I
on.
been? I've been fine. I've been okay.
Yeah.
I've been good, and I don't think there's much going on in my life, just here podcasting. What?
There's a lot
There's-
always
are you
going on
kidding
in your
me?
life. You're constantly
Yeah.
doing things.
You have
You're
to-
a very
you can't-
busy person.
I haven't seen you in a while, and then if you say nothing's been going on, then all I can do is take offense to that.
Okay.
Aren't you flying on Thursday to go do Toy Story?
I'm flying today.
Oh, see, there's a lot going on.
You're
Yeah.
doing
Okay.
Toy Story?
Toy Story 5.
What number 5?
Yeah.
Guys, that's always the best one.
Friday the 13th, part 5. Yeah.
Death Wish number 5. Best one.
It's always like the first one's amazing. The second one's like, it didn't really need a sequel. The third one's like, what are they just trying
What
to
are they
grab the
trying to
money?
do?
But the fourth and then the fifth is when it's like, oh,
That's what I'm
that's what
banking
they were
on,
trying
yeah.
to do all along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you're-
what they were reaching for all along. And you're a part of that.
I was excited because when they approached me, the impression I got was that I was going to be the face of the franchise now. That's the impression I got.
Right.
And then I
Maybe
find
they
out
are
like-
using your face because they're all little funny toys.
Okay, that's not nice. That's not
Got
nice.
cruel.
That's
Got
not nice.
cruel.
I didn't realize. Don Rickles has stopped by.
A taste of your own medicine, man. No, come on.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think I'm a kind man.
Okay, I appreciate that because it felt like it hurt a little.
No, it didn't.
Okay, it was
no.
good.
That's what
You know,
we
it was
deal
you.
with from him all the
Okay.
time. I mean, he's calling him Michael Cera. Nothing against Michael Cera.
What?
but, you
Michael
know.
Cera's. Why don't you apologize to Michael Cera? I meant it as a compliment. I think
Yeah.
Michael Cera's a very good-looking guy.
So did I.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, how are you talking to
Michael,
me
I
like-
just want to know if you're listening. Nobody took it that way. O'Brien,
He's a regular.
be honest. Be honest.
It was a slam. Total slam. Whenever I see someone who's really sick, I say, "What happened to you, Michael Cera?" I visit like wards where people are very ill. And I go,
By the
"Hey,
way-
a whole room full of Michael Ceras here."
Let me circle back.
Always kills. They laugh really hard and they all die immediately.
Let me circle back because
Oh my God.
it occurs to me I'm in show business and he might be listening. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, me too.
Huge fan.
Yeah, me
He's lovely.
too.
Yeah.
And I think he's handsome.
Hey,
Very
Scott Pilgrim.
talented.
That's one of my favorite movies
Oh,
in the last
amazing.
10 years.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Well, it's longer than 10 years.
I think it's 11.
Yeah, and then he wrote a little one, went to the Oscars,
Right.
got that guy an Oscar. That guy, Culkin.
What?
One of the Culkins.
I know.
He knows which one. I'm a fan of his as well. God damn it.
Kieran.
Jesse Eisenberg?
You're talking
Thank
about
you.
Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah. That's not Michael Cera.
God damn it. Is that Eisenberg?
Do you ever get outside?
Oh, wow.
You spend so much time laying out in the sun, deciding which slides you're going to wear today and how you're going to.
Okay.
Should I saunter or swagger? I'll go with saunter.
You know
today.
what? I want to take this opportunity now to say I'm a fan of both those guys.
You're going to go far in this business. You're going to go so far.
God damn it.
I want to come back as this guy. I'm all in my head, freaked out all the time. And then, right?
I will say,
No.
I mean, from where Eduardo and I are sitting, no offense, it is kind of like a before and after picture.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
What the fuck?
You know?
What are you doing?
Well, I don't want to pull Eduardo into this.
Piling
Right?
on.
I'm not co-signing. All right. Well, I'm just saying. I was just thinking.
Yeah, I'm before the accident and he's after the accident.
Well, I'm just saying. Like
That's the only assumption
It's kind
I
of
can-
like Captain America. It's like Steve, the before,
That's
and then he
just rude.
goes into a thing. Look at his hair.
Yeah.
Look at his great hair.
This is cool.
This is the greatest hair in show business right
Yeah.
there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I guess you guys both have great. I'm just gonna stop talking.
You know what? You there's
He's
a
tan,
reason.
you're pale. I'm just saying. It kind of. He's really. Look at his.
You know what?
biceps.
Blay,
Jesus
Blay,
Christ.
Blay, just
Dig.
check yourself out for a little
Okay,
while
I'm
and
gonna-
go think about what you did.
So sorry.
You actually have a little colored. I feel like you've been in the sun.
I have been a little bit in the sun, but
Yeah.
you would be shocked at how little I've been in the sun.
Right. It was
I can do this in 5 minutes.
This was just from the car into the studio.
Yeah, probably was. This is reflected
Forgot
light.
your umbrella.
This is the light from my night, from my clock radio at night.
From your iPhone.
Yeah. You're a lovely man.
Thank you.
You're a man. I'll tell you something. I know you don't like to
Is
be
this you
complimented.
keeping this on track?
Yeah.
Just going.
There's nothing
There's
on
no
his
question.
notes.
Look at the notes
There
I
are
have.
no-
I'm
Oh
been
my God.
These are my notes. It has
Wednesday.
the date at the top.
There is nothing
There's
on
nothing
his
on these
notes.
notes because you know what's so funny?
That's it,
Today,
O'Brien. I'm not helping you
my
anymore.
assistant, sorry, Sona, but the assistant who really does stuff,
okay.
he handed me the notes
Trained
for
him.
Tim Olyphant, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Mhm.
And it is just a page of nothing.
I think there's written in invisible ink just Conan plus Timothy Olyphant.
Over and over again.
In hearts
So
all over
sweet.
that.
Come on, hit me with some questions.
You swam competitively
Wow.
at USC. And
Oh.
my question for
Hey.
you
Wow.
is, do you still, I know you don't just get a body like that.
Oh,
You jump in.
God.
Well, I'm sorry.
Why'd you say it like
That's true. For once, I
Because-
agree with you.
Exactly. So what's the regimen? Are you up every morning? Are you in the pool every day? Are you in the pool every day, Timothy Olyphant? You want a question? Oh, suddenly you just want a question.
He can't stop himself. Literally, all he had to say there was, "Do you still swim?"
I like the way I did it.
We're worried about filling the time? How long is this thing?
It's about 2 minutes left.
That's-
We're experimenting with real short ones.
That's almost enough time for your next question.
I want to know. You can answer a question.
I swam this morning.
I know you did. I could smell the chlorine when you
So-
came up the stairs.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, swam this morning.
Yeah.
You got a follow up?
Yeah, I do. When you swim, do you strap weights to your legs, and why not? I think you would build your legs, and also the possibility that you would drown would go up like 40%.
How about you? What's your exercise? What'd you do today?
That's good of you to ask. I did weights this morning. I did weights. I know it doesn't show, but I did some chest. I did some bicep. I did a lot of crunches. I do a lot of crunches.
Two guys over their 50s talking about exercise. Nobody is sexier than that. Two guys talking about exercise and what hurts.
I want to be able to get onto a toilet and off a toilet. That's a lot of my exercise. I have a fake toilet in my exercise room, and I get onto it, and I get off of it, and I get onto it and off of it.
Do you ever occasionally accidentally use it?
No. There's been some confusion after a few drinks.
So you did weights today.
I did weights.
Yep.
Yeah, I did weights. Weights. People probably want to know, how do I get Conan's body?
Nope.
Well, it's called Don't Be Ill as a Child. I admire you, Tim Olyphant, and there's been some excitement. I know usually we don't talk about what you're up to on this podcast, and you're going to try and derail this as best you can.
No, I'm all
But you're
in.
involved
I'm
in a
here to sell
project right
things.
now. You're involved in a project that I've known about for a while.
Is this the
But-
toothpaste?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
This is not the toothpaste.
Okay. There's
Think again.
There's a lot going on. It's in a recyclable.
The Olyphant urinal cake.
No recyclable.
You want to pee on Timothy Olyphant? Well, now you can.
Celebrity compost.
Yeah,
Did I
exactly.
tell you about my celebrity compost? Oh, look at these roses. Olyphant.
They should do something where you have to figure out which celebrity's
Can you
compost is
imagine?
this.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
it's really
God.
close to the deteriorated state. But people can still look at it like
How
an
do you-
expert can
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
How do you get your hydrangeas that full?
Yeah.
That's Clooney's, that's what he throws out. That's what he throws out. Celebrity compost.
This guy's excited about your project.
Talk
He's
to me.
very excited. Gourley, tell him. This is the first question you asked today because you're coming out of your skin over this.
I do. I love the Alien franchise. I'm excited. I don't know what you play. Are you a synthetic? Do you bleed milk? What are you doing on there?
First of all, thank you. I'm glad you're excited.
Okay.
Number two, I do play a synthetic.
Wow.
That's a real stretch.
Now wait a minute.
This guy
Talk to
playing
me.
a
What do you wanna
synthetic
know?
human.
Hey, we're talking.
What do you wanna know?
We're talking. are you a good synthetic, a bad synthetic? Are you saying you're one thing and then you're the other? Because that's the real rich history of betrayal.
Ruin the movie for us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the TV
Yeah,
show.
when is this little puppy? When is this thing air?
It's coming out
We got
right around
dates?
the time that your new FX series Alien Earth comes
Look
out.
at that. You really are running the show.
I do what I have to do.
I appreciate that.
And your publicist will thank me. They'll say, thank you for cutting through the bullshit, the cruel jibes and jests to get to Timothy's project, because this is an exciting one.
And also, Deadwood's my favorite TV show of all time. hands
That's very
down.
kind.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I'm
That
done.
was-
Well, I had a TV show as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Late Night with Conan O'Brien, followed by...
Does it ring a bell? What's this podcast called?
It's him and Jesse Eisenberg. I'll never forget it.
A couple of years, not that long ago, you and I met up, as we do when we like to prowl the bars. And you had very different hair, and you were headed off to Thailand, or had just come back from Thailand.
Thailand.
What's that?
Yep, I was in Thailand.
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
Yeah, no, sorry. I thought I'd stop you.
Okay.
Oh, it's never better.
Yeah.
Never better.
Okay, so he's in your favorite show, and he's beating up on the guy you hate the most.
Well, he's my favorite guest because he gives us the freedom to do, like, there for us, go him, or what's that phrase? You know what I mean? There for you, go me. You know,
Did you go to college?
I have a master's degree.
There, but for the grace of God, go I.
No,
that's not it. Blake, no one steps in. You know, Harrison Ford was here and told him to shut the fuck
So
up.
did Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And Tom Hanks did it too. And you know what? You're amazing. You always step in and go, excuse me, I think you meant TNT.
I
No, we
appreciate it.
didn't
I
mean.
appreciate it.
Anyway.
You know what I mean.
yeah.
He comes in and he makes it okay for us to just, he takes over and we can just relax. You know what I mean? A little
Yeah,
bit? Like
that's true.
he does what we normally have to kind of do.
You guys have to be like the stopgap against the madness.
Yeah.
Just occurred to me, Hanks. That's how he got into Toy Story.
Oh,
He pulled
Oh.
some strings.
yeah.
He pulled some strings.
Well, I wish I had.
Nice.
I was disappointed to find out that Hanks is in it. I didn't think he would be. I thought they would have moved on from the Woody thing, and I thought I was the main focus. And then I find out that all those guys are in it.
I'm sorry.
And I was thinking, well, what am I doing here? You know, what's the point of bringing in the big gun if you've already got those guys?
Yeah.
Let's keep talking about your stuff.
Toy Story 5
what,
comes out, I believe.
That's always the best
June
one, guys. That's always the best one.
2026. They went as far as they could without me.
What are you playing? What are you?
I don't want to talk about
You
it.
like a
I'm a synthetic.
you're
I bleed milk.
slink?
Blonde
You're
hair.
a little action figure?
We'll see. We'll find
Okay.
out. Be honest. The two of us, Olyphant, O'Brien.
I'm ready to be honest.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No, but seriously, the two of us in something together.
Buddy
Why have
cop
we not
movie?
monetized this relationship?
because we
every
ha-
time we hang out, you say, let's figure out a way to monetize this friendship.
Yes. Yeah, I do.
And then,
Yeah. I'm always on
and I'm
always on a Zoom
Yeah.
with faux Michael Cera over here. And we're figuring out a way to try and let's get some coin out of this, you know?
Jesus.
Yep.
I think it's like a midnight run situation where you're a cool loose cannon cop and you're an accountant that he has to take across country or something like that. You know,
Mhm.
you're handcuffed together.
No.
No?
I think I am
Okay, I'm out of ideas.
a porn star, you know, a guy who's known for having a big Johnson. And then this guy comes along and he's like, oh, teach me. What do you think, guys?
yes. And
I know. I think we got something.
Mhm.
And clearly I would be very happy to play some kind of subordinate role. I mean, I get it. You're the movie guy. I'm not that guy. But I think there's a project out there. There's a short film. There's something we do together.
I love that. I always assumed you wanted first billing.
No,
No, you're okay with being.
I would totally,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I would have spoke up. I have ideas.
So the only thing stopping you
I was
is
like,
you thought I would get top billing.
yeah. I was like,
No, I'm
he's going to count pages. You
I'm
know what I mean?
deluded, but I'm not that deluded. I'm deluded in many ways, but no, I think this would be something that you drive. I mean, you've got it all.
Can we do like?
You're a
can it-
leading man. You're a character actor. You've got it all. You
Can we
do
be
it all.
like just little short, little 5-minute things?
No,
do
I
they
want it
still
longer
do
than
that?
that.
You want to
No.
like full on? Yeah.
Yeah, I want it to be like at least 25 minutes long.
Mm.
Maybe my ideas are all about the length.
hmm
Yeah,
It's like, I've got it. It's 28 minutes. And then I don't know what it is. But I do think us together, that's a magical, there's something here. It's not peanut butter and jelly, but it's like peanut butter and then almond butter together on a sandwich.
Yeah, and I feel it. There's something here. And by the way, it's here right now.
It's here now.
People feel it.
Yes, they do. They do. There's an affection, but there's also an animosity.
Mm-hmm.
And when those two come together, it's like when they cross the streams in Ghostbusters. We got you, Gourley, back in the conversation.
That's right. Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Ghostbusters? That's what brought you back?
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. Isn't this where you go, well, I don't cross the streams. It's a tripartite stream.
No, you were right, you son of a bitch.
Not a fan of his.
Wait, did you just say that about me?
Not at all. I meant the microphone.
Do I get to speak my truth at some point?
No.
Ooh.
Okay.
No.
All right.
You admire me, and this is all an act. He said desperately. I'm imagining you coming over here and getting in your head about this because it's you. You're like, I'm going to be talking to Conan. Yes, it's okay.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I do get a little nervous.
Why do you get nervous?
I'm not even, I don't know, but the show business, I get a little nervous. I was like, yeah, I got a thing. What am I going to talk about? Should I plan some bits? I like bits.
You do like bits.
You know?
always.
I saw Smiley down there. I was like, why didn't I do a pre-interview?
Frank Smiley's in the building. We don't do. It'd be great if we did pre-interviews.
I know.
And we had planned all of this, whatever the fuck it is we do.
This is
we
my
had
point.
planned this out.
I don't like the people feeling like we're wasting their time, which
That's what this whole.
I
remember
mean,
the first time you came on, you had written an ad, and you just interrupted the interview to do your
I
own
brought my own
It was
ads.
great.
I had some bits.
Yeah.
I did my own ads.
Yeah.
Appreciate you remembering.
You bet.
Yeah, and I thought, I could bring ads again. People love ads. People love the ads bit.
They do. Feel free to make one up.
Just
at
bringing all the
at
bits
any
back.
time. You know,
Huh?
I mean, you can always make something up. Whatever you want to promote, you can promote a product that you want to be involved with.
Oh,
you know?
that's a great idea.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you want a Rolex watch or you want a Maserati. You start talking about it and maybe you manifest it.
Mm-hmm. That's smart.
Yeah.
What's your next question?
Looking
Do you
down on
have
your
questions?
blank
Yeah.
notebook.
What are
don't.
some of your questions?
What
What have you always thought? I want to ask Tim this next time I see him.
You ever been in a fight, a real fight?
Not since I was quite young.
Okay, like how young?
Fights. Is that maybe high school, junior?
High school, right?
Somewhere around there,
Yeah,
junior
but
high
like
school.
you really.
But maybe, yeah, somewhere around there.
But even then, were you shouting, "Not the face, not the face"? I'm to be an actor, you see. He is good looking. We shouldn't hit him.
Yeah.
I would shout, "Why not the face?" and they would say, "Why?"
You would shout, the face, the face.
the face.
Yeah.
You might rearrange things in a more pleasing manner.
Yeah. How about you?
I got my face punched in Boston once, down the North End. Yeah, near what was then I guess it might still be the aquarium. Yeah, I was walking with a friend of mine. Bunch of kids came over. They said, "Give us 50 cents." I said, "I don't feel like it." And in the time when I finished saying, "I don't feel like it," I got hit so hard in the face. I think once, maybe twice, but anyway, shattered my nose and went to the emergency room. Yeah.
Oh.
And they had to remold. They had to make a nose out of scratch. And that's been my nose. And my mom, I think it looks the same. I think it looks fine. No one's ever said anything about my nose, but my mom for years afterwards would go,
Well, they don't want to be rude.
I know. My mom would go, "You used to have a beautiful nose."
Really?
No, not really.
Yes.
Really?
And I was like, "Mom, I think it looks the same. I've seen photographs." But she would do that. "Oh, you used to have, you could have been something with that." And I'm like, "Well, I think I've done okay."
Oh,
But anyway, yeah,
I
that's
think your nose is nice.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
How old
Yeah.
were you?
I was 18.
18.
Yeah.
So the 50 cents part, that was the made up?
No, that was real. Back then, 50 cents was the equivalent of $50 today. No, it was 50 cents. I'll never forget that.
Really?
I think he didn't want the 50 cents. I
That's-
think he
that's the
wanted to
point.
cave my face
Hey,
in.
give me 50
Yeah.
cents and he
Yeah,
hit you.
I was told later that I think I was wearing a...
It's kind of a cool line now that I think about it.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, give me 50
Give me 50
cents.
cents.
Boom. Just
Boom.
fucking hit. That's,
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny.
Anyway, that's my story.
That's,
I tricked you into me talking about me. You asked me.
like
so-
we roll the tape back. It's about the third, fourth time.
yeah, but you said, "How about you?" That was your deadly error. That was your
you're
mistake.
Right. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My mistake for pretending to care.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah. me ask you, do you like it when just you and I go out and we involve the wives sometimes? Beautiful Alexis, the beautiful Liza. We involve them. But do you like it when it's the four of us, or do you really like, oh, it's just me and Conan there. This is going to get off the hook. Do you get more excited when it's just the two of us? Because I know I do.
I think we all know that you do. Yeah, you didn't have to say it. We all knew that.
I think they get more excited when it's just the two of us.
We get to stay home and watch Below Deck. We have to listen to these idiots. That's a fair question.
My wife told me to give you a message and ask about Liza and her family, and don't let me forget that.
Okay.
Because I realized we jumped right on the air. And
all right,
so,
I will do that.
Yeah,
We will discuss that. Everything's good. Everyone's fine.
Okay, good.
It's nice of you to ask.
She's
fantastic. I love your wife.
Thank
She's an amazing person. She's also I love her art as well. I've seen her crafting her. You guys are just.
Why
That's right. You came.
It sounds like you want to be her.
No.
Just to wake up every day.
I love
and
her.
He's right there.
I love her as well.
I don't know.
I love her as well.
Am I wrong?
And we love your wife. I feel like Liza, both our wives have in common, they make us look better.
I think that's fair. I think Sona put it best in my regard, what she said once about Liza. She's the only part of you I like.
It's my favorite thing about you, for sure.
Yeah, he can't be that bad. Liza, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, she's a redeeming quality.
Yes.
It's like you chose a running mate to make you electable.
Hey, she got me Texas.
Yeah, she's your LBJ.
She got me Louisiana.
Exactly. Yeah, that's about right.
She picked up some swing states, and I won. Yeah, you think I don't sit here with a list of questions. I usually just let it happen.
Yeah.
And I think that's the charm of this podcast.
Oh, yeah, this is happening.
Well, I think it is. You know, you keep, and you do this every time. You question the process. You question my methods. And we always end up with a good pod.
I love it. You're a chaos agent in the best way. That's what I like about it. It shakes this podcast up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate it.
It's
good to be here. Let's get started.
We're out of time.
I just want you to be happy. That's all I've ever wanted for you.
Oh, my gosh.
That's all I've ever wanted, for you to be happy, you know? Who are your buds? Who are your pals? And let's exclude me for a second. But this is a guy, Tim Olyphant. This Tim Olyphant's a guy who's loyal to his old pals. He's loyal to his old friends. You have friends from back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the late 50s when no one lived out in L.A. When you had your switchblade in your back pocket.
Yep.
You would drive around in a 55.
I was texting him all this morning. We were getting texts this morning from my buddies.
Oh, this guy also. He loves a jazz fest. Oh man, does he love to go to New Orleans and see a bunch of jazz and live music? And he wears a scarf around his head and he dances around. He's always saying, "You should come with us." And I think, no, I don't want to.
Oh yeah, I did mention you would enjoy the
I don't know, would I?
Yeah,
a lot of gumbo and
yeah.
I don't know, but that's my thing.
Good food, good times, good music.
Okay.
I didn't go this year.
Why
I think
not?
Pearl Jam was there this year. I think they headlined.
They do jazz now?
Jazz Fest says, don't make me explain Jazz Fest.
Okay. I'm just going to say, I just pictured Eddie Vedder on stage going,
wow.
Crowd walking out.
I love the way you play to them when you go off on these things. By the way.
I try to crack them up.
I just want you to know, he can't. I love it.
I can't look at you when I'm doing this shit.
The only reason we're on this show.
All I see is judgment.
This is my impression of you doing the show.
Uh-huh.
So you go to Jazz Fest? I could see the.
I've thrown my neck out.
Let me ask you, who are your buds? He's got buds. He's got bugs. They get kegs and they hang out at the canal.
Well, come on, yes. Come on, get me. That's what the people like.
Come on, man.
He's gonna make quite a Reddit Substack.
He's doing it again.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
Substack.
Reddit Substack?
I don't know.
Oh man.
I don't know this world you guys are in.
I don't know what a Substack. I just know there is a thing.
There is a thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that is though.
No, you're too cool to know about it. You got your slides. You got whatever you've been working on lately. Paper mache volcano, whatever you've been crafting. Huh?
You're asking about buds?
Yeah.
Just who are my buds?
Well, you're friends with people from way back in the day.
I'm friends with.
You're a loyal guy.
I'm gonna start shouting them out. So yeah, since I was like, my buddies since I was like 6.
I'm gonna write these names down.
Stoll, you've met it?
I've met some of them.
Yeah. My buddy Stoll, Steve Stoll.
Yep. Yeah. Steve Stoll. Hey, yeah. Steve Stoll.
Exactly. Smithers.
Yep. Smithers.
Smithers doing his thing.
You're just going to
Bennett
Simpsons
just texted me this morning.
Yep.
JB.
Yep.
Got a nice text from him.
Yep.
I did an episode of the show Stick.
Yes, Stick.
Yeah, it's really and
Owen Wilson.
I know my episode aired last night because I got text from a bunch of buddies that just said nice ass.
Yeah. Oh, you showed your ass.
By the way, not my ass.
Oh.
And I'm so excited this came up because there's nothing better to me than like when you see the Hollywood Reporter and the story is like, not Olyphant's ass in Stick. You know, you realize they have nothing to talk about in the Hollywood Reporter.
Right.
They just,
and it was a cover.
What?
Did they take like reference photos of your ass in jeans and try to match it with someone's bare ass?
No, this is how it works. So I got the gig, which is a great gig. I enjoyed the hell of it. I'm going to preface the story with that. Owen Wilson. Can't get enough of Owen Wilson. So it's always something right before you start a job. There's always a little drama somewhere. And this was a small one, but right before, I think I was about to get on the plane, they're like, hey, you have this scene and you're getting spray tanned and they think it'd be funny if you were naked. And are you okay with that? Or is that a problem? And I asked Alexis, I said, hey, they want me to be naked, see my ass in this thing. And then she's like, what's in it for you? You know what I mean? Like, she's like, nowadays, if you're naked on TV, you're basically naked on the internet. Mm-hmm. They've kind of ruined it, right?
Right.
And it makes me so mad when actors are naked on like mediocre shows.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
I was naked on Alf.
That was Alf.
Oh.
You were a body double. You were Alf's body.
My dick was Alf.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah. For 2 seasons, my dick was out because the puppet got lost.
The contract dispute.
Yeah. Anyway.
God, I'm so happy I brought that. This whole story led to that.
But listen, so
that's a win.
But your wife said, best not to show your ass.
She was just like, what's in it for you? Everything gets on the internet, and then it's just your ass on the internet. And also, and this is where she sold me. She's like, also, you could leave. You don't have to, they can shoot that and you've left the set and you're just, we'll go out. And I was like, oh, there you go. Yeah. So I was like, you have to get a body double.
Yeah.
And, cause I was like, yeah, that buys me an evening, right? I leave while they shoot that part. And then you show up and, the body double's there. And I was like, well, he's not in that great a shape. Like they should have gotten me like a nicer ass. I felt like, but it turns out he had a great ass actually. It just you couldn't tell.
Right.
So it's really great. I think, and now in fact I'm changing my story. That was my ass. Now that I think about it.
Is his headshot just his ass?
I wonder.
His naked ass? But it's also the naked ass as a chef, the naked ass.
Yes.
Like, it's that one that's 4, 4 photos.
Yeah.
Nerd,
Smart.
jock, chef, policeman, ass. Okay. So.
See, if I'd done the pre-interview, I would have punched that up with Smiley, that story. It would have been really good.
Taken it.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, we would have missed
it. Was okay?
Yeah,
I thought it was
really
great.
good.
We would have missed the
Sona,
Alf
you're
thing.
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I saw you brought it back to Alf. I heard that. Fuck you, O'Brien. Everyone knows that was really funny. You got a huge laugh. You
Very
played
big.
it to the people,
Very
and
big.
it totally sold.
Very big, I'm counting. That was a
Very
big one.
good.
That was a big one.
Matt set him up for that. We got to give credit where credit's due.
That's fine. I'm used to just being forgotten.
Oh my
What's going-
God.
Wow.
What's going on with him today?
Oh, no, this has nothing to do with here. It's just at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you, Matt. We're gonna do another podcast.
Now, you did a...
Wait, can we just shut up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and you podcast.
Yes.
Come on.
All right. What are we gonna do?
It's called. I want to do a podcast called Actors on Actors Acting,
Okay.
and we just give notes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We don't really talk about the good stuff. We talk about we're like, what happened there? You know what I mean? We pick up those roles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We bring out really great people. We introduced them with lots of like, you were in this, that was great. You were in that one, loved it. But this one,
like when Gary
What
Oldman
happened
was in
there?
that movie called Tiptoes, where he played a little person, but he did the dwarf
who's this?
thing. Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman?
Yeah.
Has it had
This
a
is real.
what happened there moment?
Yeah, this is
yeah,
real.
what happened
Yeah,
there?
Yeah, what
Is
happened?
that like what were you chasing some? At one point when you were shooting it, did you go, like this isn't going to work?
And how come you didn't go sooner?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we just talk about that.
Is there an actor
Feels
who's
like-
never had a what happened there moment? Like
Oh.
a Rafe Fiennes who's just like always.
It might be Ray Fiennes.
What? Didn't he-
Is it? You know,
No, Avengers. Well, not the Marvel Avengers though. He did that like
that's right, with the
flop.
umbrellas.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. With
Yeah. It was Connery and Uma Thurman.
and Jesse Eisenberg.
no, Michael Cera as Jesse
Michael
Eisenberg.
Eisenberg. That's right. That one didn't work,
But
right?
he was good. He's
Yeah.
always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about when he was for a while there, he was like romantic leading man, just like for a blip. He was
Yeah.
like, he did
English
a,
Patient.
was he made in Manhattan with Jennifer
Yes, he
Lopez?
was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray Fiennes was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
What happened?
You
We bring
acted
him
like
on.
it was a question, like, did he? But it was really you saying, oh, he totally missed with Made in Manhattan. Yeah, I saw what you did.
Because
Apologies, Rafe.
by the way, he's so good.
He's very good.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
What
He's
about
amazing.
you? Have you
He's-
had a moment where you were
I
like,
love
what
that
was
where you
I?
say he's so good. I've seen him I just saw him. I've seen him on stage twice. Oh my God. Like, oh my
What was
God,
he-
jaw
what was he
dropping.
in? Like Shakespeare or what?
I saw him in Shakespeare way back when on Broadway with a young Damian Lewis. Really good.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
I love that guy. That guy's a good dude. I haven't talked to that guy in a long time, but he's a good dude.
I don't know if I've
I
met
realize
him.
when I'm on
Have
the
I met
show, it
him?
occurs to me people might listen. People probably listen to it. Some
Hmm.
people. If Damian Lewis is listening to this, I want him to know. And
Adam, I can't speak to numbers, but this is a big
Very
pod.
big. Damian Lewis probably listens.
probably listens. He's a
We're
wonderful.
doing Damian
Hey,
Lewis numbers.
Adam knows
By the way-
everyone who listens.
He's a
got a
wonderful
little-
guy. He's a good guy. Damian
I
Lewis.
loved him. I loved him as Henry VIII. He was fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's
Yeah.
a crazy good actor. Good dude.
Yeah.
We were in a movie that was really bad,
Which one?
but it was fun. That could be like, oh, what happened there?
Dreamcatchers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dreamcatchers.
Yeah. Wow.
I love Larry Kasdan too.
Just
I realize
answered.
you
I
can't
am
talk
the
about
Rain Man
any-
of
What
movies.
if
I
it
don't know what
wasn't the
this
movie
is.
But wait,
he was
what's Dreamcatcher?
talking
I don't
about?
know.
Oh yeah,
I
you
don't
just
think I've
added
seen-
one. Trust
How
me.
did you pull Dreamcatchers
I've
out of
got.
your ass?
I've got.
No.
Well, Damian Lewis is in it.
Yeah.
He had a cast member.
Yeah.
He had a cast member.
Okay.
I
All right.
just love movies. What can I say? I don't know.
sure.
I have
That's
a database in here that I'm not proud of.
It was a
you know?
great. God, that was a fun set. A great experience.
Wow.
But yeah, the movie didn't work. But Damien, yeah, that's where I met Damien.
You have the memories of making.
So many memories.
yeah.
Oh, so many good ones.
Oh, and you
What's
guys
not
were
to-
in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood together too.
Oh, there you go.
He was Steve McQueen, right?
Yes, he
Yes,
was.
he
was.
Yes, he was.
He was great as Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
Really good. And they had a one day that I'm sure there's gonna be a long version of that film. And if I'm not mistaken, he has a really cool scene
Oh,
with Leo and it.
There was talk of maybe there being other projects coming out
there
of that
is.
movie.
There's a
Which,
sequel that Tarantino wrote and Fincher's directing about
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's
oh, I didn't know
character.
that.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
what's happening?
Yeah. My question. What's that?
You're-
Yeah. Nothing.
Are they filming this?
my
Filming this.
question
I
is-
love that they're.
That camera just
I don't
caught
know.
whatever you
I
did.
don't know.
But we can cut it.
I
Do you-
don't know.
Do you want us to cut it?
I don't know. There'll be. I don't. Let's see.
I'll cut.
I'm hoping I'm in it.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That'd be
I
exciting.
think it'd be good.
That'd be amazing.
You never know. It only is what it is.
Yeah.
But my understanding is.
You must have. So that's probably the kind of thing that you've. Tim, that's a big.
I was gonna be in
Tim.
it when it was.
That'd be a big deal that you would probably tell your friends about, right?
I haven't seen you. Are you talking
You
about?
haven't seen me. Yes, you've seen me. You saw me like a month ago. When
What?
we went to was that 2 months ago? When did we go to your art installation? You know,
installation.
yeah,
You came to the studio.
yeah.
And we had a little
And then
ceramics.
we got a bite
It's
to eat.
all
It was
about.
nice.
That's where the future is,
But
guys.
you're-
Ceramic kids are listening. Don't go into show business. Go into ceramics.
I bought 6 pots from you. You're telling your friends? Are you telling your friends?
See,
He's telling Stack.
so
Are you
to-
telling Smithers? Are you telling?
No.
I wrote them down.
That's the only thing you've written down this
Smithers.
whole
Did you
tell
time.
Bennett? Did you
is
tell,
the list of his
Bennett with a K.
friends.
JB.
What's that?
Bennett.
What's a stupid name?
JB.
I like Bennett. It should be Bennett. Bennett. Tell him to change it to Bennett. Anyway, I think you would have told me that. You knew what a huge fan I am of the first film. You think you would have mentioned that to me?
Yeah. Oh, no. I think I just got, it was just a few weeks ago that I wasn't sure when they were.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I'm still not sure.
we won't dwell on this.
Find out about this and say, what's he doing talking about? He's out.
Okay.
It's all good. We got a lot of things going on. So we got, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When does
Story
this thing
5?
come out? Oh, no, I'm not going to start talking about other projects. What am I here to? I'm here to sell the alien thing.
No, you're not here to sell it. You and I have a great conversation, which we're having, by the way, whatever you think. And
Alien on
then
Hulu
they say, I
or
got to have
Disney
more of that
Plus.
Tim Olyphant. What was he talking about at the end? And then we say, Alien Earth. Oh, the aliens come to Earth. That's fantastic. I've got to see that. I've heard that's really great. Yeah, they shot it in Thailand. And Tim Olyphant's in it. He was so great on the podcast. I got to see this.
Thailand. 2 for 2. Works every time. Swatikap. Swatikap. You know what's the thing about? Because you're a travel guy. You got the travel show. That's
I'm
still
a
happening.
travel guy. Yeah, I got the travel show. So well versed in my work. You do the thing with his different places. You're the places guy. I'm gonna still play to them. You're the places guy. You go to the places.
Okay, so here's the thing about the travel.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a fine line between trying to respect the language and the accent, and then you're like, now you just sound racist.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like if you just say like Swatikap, they're like, no, that's not how it goes. But if you go like Swatikap, they're like, okay, now you're making fun of us.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to find this little sweet spot.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
That's been your experience.
Nope. Not at all. I always get it just right. Very culturally sensitive. But keep doing your version of the wrong one. Just do it a couple more times.
It's all these different. When you go into a different land with the culture.
Yep.
Did I tell you we had been in Thailand for a few weeks, and we're using the the translate thing. The app. So you say the English, pops back out in Thai, and then you say that. So we got our couple things down, right? And or at least I feel pretty confident. And we're branching out now, and we're now at restaurants. And I've been asking the waiters at any of the restaurant. I've been pointing to the menu and saying, what do you like?
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite? Right? But saying that in Thai, and I'm getting nothing. They're not giving me. It just seems to be lost.
It's not working. Yeah.
So it occurs to me that if you go on the app, if you can say it in English and then it says to you in Thai, that I can flip that. So I'm like, oh, I say it in Thai and it'll tell me back in English and I'll know now if I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah.
So I start off with the basics just to make sure I'm saying it right. So I'm, Swatikrap, and then it's saying whatever that was, hello or right. And you're saying Kamkukra, you're saying thank you, goodbye, and hello. And then I say, and what is your favorite? And I say that, and it comes back and says, gaze into my eyes. And it all starts to make sense.
Yeah.
So for at least 2 dinners,
You were telling people.
literally, this is me. It's pretty good, right?
Gaze into my eyes. Huh? Gaze into my eyes? That's fantastic. I'm surprised
So
no one
bad.
just got down and looked right into your
I
face.
tried it so seriously too. Like I would really be like, just gaze into my eyes. But they're nice people, So
very good people.
They were very nice.
And the food's extraordinary. And you're a foodie as well.
Did I tell you? Here's another cultural thing.
Yep.
I'm not letting you in, Brian. I got stuff to tell you. Because you think you're right. There's certain things you think universal. We're all right. And I'm with my buddy Jonathan, Hello to Jonathan out there. He's American who's been living in Thailand for like 15 years.
Okay.
And every now and then he gets a hankering for just something very American. So we went into a Subway. He's like, I'm going to get a meatball sandwich. And he orders the foot-long meatball sandwich. And this, God bless him, what a sweet young Thai kid on the other side of the counter. He gets out the bread, and then he gets the little scooper they use. And it's 1 meatball, 2 meatball, 3, and they're going up.
Not the length of the bread. He's building a tower.
So he's got a loaf of bread and a tower, small tower of meatballs. This is when it gets good.
Yeah.
He then gets the other piece of bread and he puts it on there.
What?
And that's when he realizes he's done something wrong.
Bread touching bread, touching bread, touching bread.
Because he looked up at us like he knew something was off, but he wasn't sure what. And I was like I give him a little nod to the.
Tip those meatballs, buddy.
So not everything translates. That's my point.
I'm going to get you on this project one last time. Is this Noah Hawley who worked on this project?
Yes.
Okay. I'm asking you this because Fargo is one of my, I'm a fanatic for the Coen brothers. And when Fargo came out, it remains one of my favorite movies of all time. I can quote from that movie. I know it frame by frame. When I heard that they were going to do a TV show called Fargo, I said, this is going to suck. There's no way this can be good because it's someone saying, no, we're doing a TV show about The Godfather 1 and 2. I just think that's going to be terrible. That can't work. Don't touch my movie. I've been stunned by his work.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. And so I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alien Earth. And I know you're excited.
Well, yeah, taking another movie and turning it to TV, it's in good hands.
It is in good. I do think it's in good hands. I've seen a couple of them, and it's really special. It was special reading them. It was one of those jobs where it was more fun the more we shot. I felt more, not when I say fun, like the work, the material, you could just feel it was, oh, this is going to be special.
Uh-huh.
That was kind of a nice, I just had a ball.
Can't wait.
And Noah's a really special writer, so he's a fun one to work with.
Well, we screw around a lot here, but I will say to you sincerely, which I know you hate, you're an amazing actor. I love watching you do your thing. I'm very fascinated by acting because I am not an actor. I don't fundamentally understand it. And I'm always asking you, because Tim is really good at analyzing performances and telling me what he thinks. And I will just ask him about movies. I'll ask him about actors. I'll ask him, what is it they're doing and you're very good at explaining to me how how it translates, what you think is happening there, how it works. So delighted to see this, very happy for you. And I just want us to go out, just the two of us, no wives, maybe to Thailand, maybe to,
He's ruined it.
Bangkok.
He ruined it.
I haven't had a chance to circle back to say a sincere thank you before he ruined it.
Yeah.
And now-
Would it
But-
kill you, the two of us in Bangkok, just driving around on one motorcycle, my arms wrapped around you, behind you.
Kapkun krab.
Gaze into his eyes.
How can I gaze in your eyes if I'm on the motorcycle behind you? Tim Olyphant, go with God, because I won't do this anymore.
Okay.
Today. That's it. I'm ending this. I'm just going to throw down. It's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Let's stop it.
No, let's stop it now. Let's stop it on my
Is
terms.
that the thing? It's a control thing?
Yeah, I got to end it.
He's out of there.
No, please come back.
Thanks for having me.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Did you know Apple Card's designed to help you pay off your balance faster with smart payment suggestions? Did you know that, Sona?
I didn't.
And because fees don't help you, Apple Card doesn't have any. None. So if your credit card is an Apple Card, maybe it should be. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card issued by Goldman Sachs Bank, USA, Salt Lake City branch. Variable APRs range from 18.24% to 28.49% based on credit worthiness. Rates as of July 1st, 2025. Terms and more at applecard.com. We have a special guest in studio today. David Hopping, you very recently acquired a dog.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And this fellow is in studio.
Yes.
Because you have been bringing him in. I told you you could.
Yeah.
And then you took advantage.
Well, he has some separation anxiety. And it's nice that he's with us.
Took advantage.
I have separation anxiety from professionalism. Why don't we?
Oh my God.
Man, I'm shooting from the hip. And I don't know if I'm hitting anything, but I love it. When I draw that fast, it's either going to be very good or like, what the fuck? Either way, I get the giggles. Atlas, where are you?
Right here.
This is Atlas.
This is Atlas.
Can you have Atlas sit up?
Sit.
I mean, we want to, if people are tuning in on video, Atlas is very good looking.
He's a beautiful pup.
And I have to say, you sent me a picture from the shelter,
Atlas.
and I thought, you might have made a mistake because it looked like you would...
What?
No, because let me explain. Because he looked like a massive German Shepherd.
Oh
yeah.
And I thought he was 3 times bigger than this because he photographed like a monster.
Yeah.
And then I meet him. He's a very gentle fellow, and
honey.
and
Is
not
he part German Shepherd?
not that big.
Belgian Malinois, but we don't know what else he's mixed with.
What is a Belgian Malinois?
It's like a police dog.
Oh.
Whoa.
Are you
So watch
smart?
out.
Why did you say that so sensually?
Because I've never heard of that word.
What is a Belgian
I
Malinois?
don't know.
Um,
Because that's the only way you can say Malinois.
Can you tell me this breed? What are their specialties? What is a Belgian Malinois?
Malinois.
Okay.
They're supposed to be really smart, which he is.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of energy. He loves to run around. He ran around at your house last week.
That's right. You brought him over,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Aw,
my dogs,
Oh.
my
Yes,
dogs were
didn't
not
we?
home at the time.
Mm.
They were vacationing in St. Bart's, but that's the ultimate in the bubble thing. My dogs are at St. Bart's, but he's very good looking and he's really sweet.
He's the best.
Aw.
Aren't you? Yes, you are.
Do you think he's bummed he can't be a dog? Like a cop dog? Sorry.
I think
a cop dog do
Sona?
dog shit with the
He
cops?
He
You
doesn't
okay?
really like going on walks. He likes to sit in the air conditioning, so I think he's fine.
I think the dog's fine. I'm a little worried about Sona.
Yeah, what is your problem?
I don't know. Because his friends are all like cop dogs. I'm
No.
just wondering if he missed his calling.
No, dogs aren't only friends with other people in their
But
breed.
come on, all cops are just friends with cops, so
Yeah.
You
True,
know.
it's what happens.
they go to the same dog cop bar.
How is your life changing? Let's talk about that.
Well, I mean,
Because you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
How's Dustin doing
Dustin-
with all this?
oh, Dustin, he was like so excited to get a dog.
Are you guys both out of the house each day? Or are you in this? Do you cohabitate?
Yes.
Okay, so is the dog home alone a lot? Or?
Not yet. We're working on it. We're building
That's
up.
why he's here today.
That's why
huh?
he's here right now.
Okay. Yeah.
You have you tried some of the tricks? There are things you can do
hmm
to make a dog feel like it's not alone.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
you suggested we get like a heartbeat thing.
yeah,
So we're trying that out.
There's something that simulates a heartbeat. I've used it in my marriage. My wife was like, "You're human. I knew it." And then the little thing fell out of my t-shirt.
It's like a full stuffed animal, too.
No, it's a little device that goes in the stuffed animal.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, it fits in a little sleeve in the stuffed animal, and it gives it a little heartbeat. And they're for like kittens and puppies. Atlas might be a little old for that.
Yeah,
How
he
old
does
is
like
that?
watching TV. Like he knows when I say it's Love Island time, he jumps up on the couch.
He's definitely your son.
Oh, so
Aw,
He loves
Atlas.
this YouTube
Does
dog
he-
channel. It's
does
just,
he like? Does he actually watch the TV? Because I have
He
one
will
of my
sit and
dogs
watch.
watches the TV and gets engaged.
Yeah. Okie loves Isle of Dogs, that Wes
Yeah?
Anderson
Oh, really?
movie. Yeah, that's a good one for pups.
My dog likes Kurosawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fancy
No,
dog.
loves the Criterion Channel.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't quite get the Seventh Seal. What's? Oh, yeah, you're calling your dog. I thought you were.
He's coming to me. I mean, I think he just
you
likes
go.
me and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I forgot
those
that
are
you're-
for Sona to eat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I used to give Sona treats.
When she get a task done right.
When she do it right, remember?
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah,
alcohol.
Good job. You called that person. Here you go. Yeah.
So how is he changing your life?
I mean,
you got to get up and walk him in the morning.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's
Dogs,
a lot of walking, which is good.
Dogs make you move more than you normally would.
Yeah. We can't go to Disneyland as much, but it's worth it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, as much you said, but you still go.
Well, we haven't since we got him, but...
Can't you dress him as Goofy or something and go?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you could dress him as a character.
Can't you fake him as a service dog or something?
I mean, that just feels wrong.
Well,
about
And
now that we
also,
said
you've
it.
just revealed the scam.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, now everyone at Disney's going to know.
Does he like when Andy brings his dog in? And
He hasn't met Andy's dog.
Oh, I thought they were both here together today.
Gina's dog.
Oh, Gina's dog. was
Yeah.
here. Oh.
A lot of dogs coming
It's
by.
a very dog-friendly
bring your
office
pets to
here.
work.
I
Yeah.
should bring Oki.
You
bring
should.
my cat.
You used to.
I know.
I brought my rat in, but EB killed it.
Oh.
She thought it was a random rat.
It had a little bow tie.
Yeah,
and
she also killed my
it.
cockroach I brought in. Jesus, I can't catch a break around here. He's a good-looking fella.
He's the best.
Yeah.
He is. How old is he?
This is the best
They think
use
he's
of
about
the
a year.
The best use of the podcast is to bring in a really cute animal and then talk about how
That you
good
can't
it looks.
see.
And people are listening in their cars like, what is this? But I think there's a calming energy. It humanizes me to have a dog in the room.
Mhm.
No, it just touched my leg. Get it away from me.
No, it doesn't.
Hmm?
It doesn't humanize you.
Well, something will. We'll
let's
find it.
let's get you that heartbeat thing.
Yeah.
It keeps falling out of my t-shirt. Well, you should try one of these tricks, David.
I will.
You know?
I was going to say I love a animal-friendly work environment.
Yeah. me
Thanks
too.
for doing that.
Well, it was against my will.
Would we ever get a studio cat? You know,
You know, it's
like
interesting.
the Algonquin Hotel.
When we started the late night show way back in 1993, somehow I forget what happened, but someone maybe found a cat, brought a cat in, and there was a cat that lived in 30 Rock
Oh.
in our studios for I want to say 2 months while we were putting the show together,
Huh.
and then I think it's NBC, it's 30 Rock. You can't have a cat there. Someone, I think, blew the whistle on us, and so the cat was deported.
God.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Whoever blew the whistle sucks.
Yeah.
it was me.
Yeah, it sure was. It sure was.
No, it was not. It was not. I wish I could remember the cat's name. But that's one of those trivia things that, someone will call in and tell me, Robert Smigel or Dino Stamatopoulos, one of those guys that was in the trenches in the early days will remember.
Yeah.
I bet people are just waiting for the answer. People have pulled their cars over and they're just sitting there waiting. Well, you're just going to have to wait. What was the name of that cat?
Well, now I do want to know.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Okay.
We'll find out. I'll get it to you. Eduardo, how are you? I haven't seen you.
Great.
I mean, you've been
Great,
sitting
thanks.
there.
Yeah,
I
I've been here the whole time.
I know. But I look right through you. I just saw a Seattle Mariners cap
Yes.
floating in the air and no person attached to it.
Wow.
But now you've faded into view.
Beep, beep,
Jeez.
beep, beep.
Do you have a dog or a cat?
I had a dog. I don't
Oh, shit.
anymore. Yeah,
Sorry,
too
brought
soon.
it down.
No, my dog. No, my dog
Great
passed
job.
away like 10 years ago. So
Oh.
yeah, it's
Oh,
been-
Oh, you're
10
over
years.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to warm my wife up to us having a dog, but she didn't grow up with a dog, so she doesn't know what that
Oh, yeah.
entails.
Would you get a little dog or a big dog?
Whatever,
Whatever
she'd
she
be cool
wants.
with. Yeah.
This guy knows the idea.
It's us all dog people, huh? Just nobody else
Yeah,
has a
I
cat
mean,
here. No.
No one has a cat here,
Well, no,
right?
we
You
have
have
cats,
cats.
too.
Oh.
We have cats and dogs.
Yeah.
I want to get a parrot on my shoulder. That's another story. And wear an eye patch and walk around. Arr, arr, and have the parrot say, "You're lame. You're lame. You're lame. Old bit. Old bit. Arr, arr, old bit. Old bit. Ah, old bit. Ah."
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, we had a good time, I thought we really had a good time. Listen, welcome to Atlas.
Thank
You're
you. Thanks
welcome
for letting
here.
me bring him in.
Well, for now, it's okay. Could change my mind. Hanging by a thread, that dog. Hanging
Look
by a
at
thread.
him.
He's so happy. He's a very chill presence.
That's a good
very
dog.
chill presence. Yeah,
That's a
really nice
good
guy.
dog. Hi.
Yeah, our dog, our puppy now, who's about a year, is insane.
Mm.
So
He's so cute, though.
Yeah,
What's your puppy's name?
Odin.
Oh, you could do all like Norse gods.
That was the kids. Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
kids mandated these Norse names. They were in a Norse phase. So yeah, we had a cat named Thor. I mean, we just went through everybody.
Yeah.
Loki, Thor, Odin,
What else is there?
Skarsgård.
Abba.
Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Stellan Skarsgård, come here. Different Skarsgårds. Skarsgård you haven't heard of. Alexander Skarsgård, come here. Alexander comes running. Stellan, come here. Stellan comes over. There's a skeleton Skarsgård, I think. Stellan, okay.
Yeah.
And then ones you haven't heard of that decided, to go into anesthesiology. Lactica Skarsgård. Krachten Skarsgård. Umlauts flying everywhere, rolling around on the floor like marbles. Well, Atlas, here's to you.
We drove here, by the way. We're in New York. I live in LA. I drove to New Orleans. I worked there, and then I drove up to Chicago, and I worked there for a while. It was a cool town. And we got shot at. That was a bit of a bummer, but then otherwise it was a great place.
Who shot at you? What are you talking about?
Oh my God, I tell you about that whole thing. And we were on the shooting, we were there doing the Justified thing, and then we had this crazy shootout. Did we not talk about that?
No.
We have not talked at all.
We have not talked. Tell me what happened.
It's a dramatic story. I don't know if you want to hear it. It's a long-winded dramatic story. I could tell it, and then you can cut it out of the podcast later.
Okay, we won't, but go ahead.
You want to try? Okay, so here we... Forgive me, I feel like...
This is because Justified's coming back, which I'm very excited about.
Yep. Justified, and City Primeval.
And where were you shooting it?
We shot in Chicago, mostly Chicago for Detroit. It takes place in Detroit. Raylan goes to Detroit. I play Raylan Givens. And then and then I'm also going to play his brother, Dave Givens, and then his other brother, Jim Givens. They're triplets. I really wanted to mix it up this time. I was like, let's...
I can't. Why do you ruin everything?
We're going to bring it back. I was like, they said... I said, what? Why do I want to bring back this character? I've already played this character for 6 years. And then it hit me. I was like, what if he had a brother? And then I was like, they're twins. And then I'm like, wait a minute, everyone's done it. Jeremy Irons has done it. Nick Cage has done it. Lindsay Lohan. Van Damme, they've all done twins.
All the greats have done it.
All
You're
the
right.
greats have done it. And that's when it hit me. It was like the clouds parted. I said, triplet? Raylan's a triplet.
And this has never been revealed in all the years you did Justified. And I've watched them all. You never revealed.
We should just start the podcast here.
Okay.
Because now people are in.
Now they're in. So this is great. Raylan is triplets. One is Dave. One is Raylan. And then the other one...
Jim Givens.
Wow, the writers, their parents were like, we'll call you Raylan, you Dave, and you Jim.
The great thing about my position with the Justified thing is I can get in the writer's room and really, take it up a level. They love me in there. So we're shooting at night in Chicago at this park, very, very bad neighborhood. It was like 1, 2 in the morning or something, and we're about to do a scene where I'm going to get in this car. We've got the road closed. And we're about to get in this car and we hear gunshots, and we'd shot in some pretty tough neighborhoods. So we'd heard gunshots prior to this, but this was I don't know, it felt like 8 or 9 shots went off,
Right.
And we're like, that's across the park. And then, I was standing next to the director and he's like, that's gunshots, and then we hear again, and the first AD's walking over and he's like, everybody, those are gunshots on the other side of the park, but everybody needs to get down. It was the scariest goddamn thing. It went on forever. So then we started hearing cars. There's a car like that, and they're driving. You can hear them driving, and you realize they're coming around the park.
Headed towards you.
Heading right towards us. And and if the gunshots and stuff didn't already kind of give you a tip on what kind of people we're dealing with, they completely ignored the road closed sign, where it says filming, don't come this way. And so they're coming straight down the street that we're on. Right. And they're just, machine gun fire. And it was just insane.
Did you guys you're all lying down, like face down, getting as low as you can?
It was a little, I remember, the first day, I remember, it's a weird thing because everybody reacts so differently. So there's everything from people running and diving under cars, the crew's in those safety vests, and they were all throwing them off, and people are yelling, get your safety vests off. Because I think at this point, we don't really know who's shooting and why they're shooting or what they're shooting at.
Right.
So it just feels like gunfire in cars. And there's things that I've been told happened and things that you remember happened. It was really quite, and then there's other people that just froze, that you just kind of need to grab. And
the universal thing I've always heard about anyone who has been around gunfire is that it's gunfire immediately, even if you haven't served in the army or have had no experience with guns, that when you hear gunfire, there's no mistaking it for anything else.
That was my experience. Yeah, you kind of knew right away that there was, you just know that's not fireworks as much as you want to know, hope that's fireworks. And then the sound of the engine and it just kept coming. And then it was the strangest thing. Next thing I know, I was with a couple others, just behind this car. The weirdest thing to be in your Raylan wardrobe.
I know.
Standing behind this car.
Were you wearing were you wearing a gun, a fake gun?
Yeah.
See, that's the part of this that's crazy is you're playing Raylan Givens and you're wearing a gun, but it's all for play acting, and then a real gunfight breaks out.
Yeah, and there's these moments, because like when these things happen, everything, it's that cliche, everything feels like slow, all the beats are very distinct. And I do remember, I don't remember, I was told I grabbed a PA and threw her out of the way.
Or used her as a shield. Which one?
Well, my gut
I've heard it both ways.
So, wonderful PA, Ashley, and the reason I know her name now is because I was like, well, I apparently saved her life, so I should learn her name. I don't usually know the PA's names. I think what happened is I grabbed her by the arm and I said, babe, I ordered a protein shake like a half hour ago. and then I was like, oh shit, someone's shooting at us. And then I threw her down, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like a shield. But I remember crouching down behind the car, and you can't help it. I'm looking because I want to see, so I'm doing that thing where I'm looking around the corner. I'm like, this is just like the show. This is so weird. I'm like, what are you doing? But I'm like, I think it's okay. Anyway, and I saw the first car goes right by us. I can hear the bullets hitting the thing off the back of the car.
Because the car behind it is shooting at the car in the front.
This is when things started to become clearer.
Yeah.
And then the second car goes by, this muscle car, and those Dodge Chargers all tinted out. And there's a guy shooting a pistol out the window that's clearly been modified because it's like, pop, 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 right?
Right.
And the other guy's out the sunroof with a little machine gun. And he's shooting a machine gun. And those guys go by at like 100 miles an hour. And I guess at some point I can't remember, had this moment like, well, okay, they're shooting at that guy, so that's all right. They're not shooting at us. And then a third car went by. And the crazy thing is then they kind of continued around the neighborhood, and you felt like they were coming back and people were running into it was just.
There's no law enforcement coming in at any point?
I feel like we were a little understaffed.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
We had, what's crazy about that situation.
You sent 3 interns over to arrest them.
I'm telling you, we had one kid. Listen, I'm telling you.
Steve, Ashley, get over there. Cuff
I know,
him.
right? These moments. We had one kid, Ben, God bless him, another PA, who was a friend of my wife's family, who was like looking for a summer job. He was a film student. He was at the first corner. Like one of those, you put PAs down there and said, oh, if anybody walks down here, tell them not to walk down here because we're shooting.
Right.
And turns out God bless him, when the cars came around, he dove behind a car. His bus stop that he was sitting in just completely shattered. Like that kid would have been dead if he hadn't dove. And then a cop. We had a cop at one side, we had a cop at the other, and that guy I ran into like a week later, and I remember talking to him because it went on for a while longer. The cars drove for a little longer, and you just kept hearing gunfire because people started moving into the park and stuff. It took forever. It was just frightening, and it's just such a weird thing because you're just sitting there and there's so much gunfire. It was like 100 rounds. You think, I assume one's going to hit me eventually. You're just kind of waiting for that moment. It was just so bizarre. And that's when I thought I should call my agent and tell him to call my kids and tell them I love them.
Did you you go through an experience like that? Did you learn anything from that other than?
Yeah. No, it was really, I'll tell you a couple of things. One, I remember I was walking down streets of Chicago and this guy came out and said, hey, he goes, Tim, I was the cop that was there that night on the corner. And you invariably with whether it was him or whether it was the crew, there's this thing where the next couple days, next week or so, you're just, did you experience what I experienced? There's a lot of that.
Right.
What tell me, and
tell me what you felt like when that happened and how did you experience it?
Talking to law enforcement was really helpful because I was like, okay, I thought it was crazy. Did you think it was? He goes, that was a war zone. That was crazy.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I got home that night and I realized I had a bullet hole in my shirt. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, my shirt. I realized later a bullet went through right by his bicep.
But missed him completely, just went through the shirt.
Yep. I mean, he had a vest on, bulletproof vest on, but yeah, he said, oh, that's one of the closer calls I've ever had. Yeah, he said in those situations, he's like, they're like us. They're just going to take cover. You're not going to return fire. These guys are shooting at each other. They got machine guns. He's like, if I engage in any way, it's just a mess. It just becomes a bigger mess.
No,
it was fucked up. It was definitely crazy. And then there was the, like that thing where you're like, people will say, oh, you seemed real chill. You seemed really cool. You kept it all together. And I was like, that's funny because that's not the way I remembered it,
Yeah.
Yeah. The next day was more emotional. It was like 24 hours later when we were like saying, okay, we're not going to, I was supposed to shoot the next night and again in another bad part of town. And I remember thinking, I don't want to go to work. I was like, I'm not sure I want to drive down to the 90s and shoot again. And I called the producers and I said, I feel like I should speak up, because I don't want to shoot. And I'm assuming the crew doesn't want to shoot. Should we be everybody taking a beat? And that was the more emotional day when you realized when they came back and said, yeah, I think you're right. I think we need to shut down. That's when all of a sudden you're like, okay, now there's like tears coming down my face because you realize, oh no, so it really was fucked up.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? Like if we all went back to work, maybe we could have, in a very unhealthy way, suppressed how crazy that evening was.
Yeah, you all had PTSD. You needed to.
Oh my God! And then every time you'd hear, I really don't like those cars, but boy, they just really ruined it for me.
You don't like the Dodge Charger? That's a fantastic car.
Wait a minute, are we cutting to a Dodge Charger commercial?
No, not at all.
Oh,
we're not getting paid by them, but I think the Dodge Charger, or for my money, the Challenger, are classic muscle cars. I'll take a late 60s version, but I think the new models new models are incredible.
So look at your comedy mind.
What are you talking about?
Just going into a bit.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to be emotionally available, and then I remembered who I was. It just fell apart.
I want a pen. You got a pen?
Here's a pen right here.
You gonna doodle? I'll doodle. You gonna doodle? I see your doodles over there.
I doodle every now and then. Sure. Why not?
Doodle with the best of them, buddy.
Yeah.
I got an art degree.
Remember that time you and I were swimming in the ocean?
By the way, we've talked about this. We're like, there are shark fins out there. And the two of us are saying, or I remember saying, it's not a big deal. Those are whatever sharks. They're like nothing.
Sand sharks. Yeah.
They're harmless.
Yeah, they were not. They were great white sharks.
And then the next summer I come out and I'm like, oh, there's all these great whites.
Yeah, they were great whites. And you and I are just two heads bobbing. We're bobbing in the ocean, two heads.
Yeah.
And a giant shark fin goes by.
It was definitely big.
It was maybe 8 feet from both of us.
And I told him to relax.
And both of us, I don't know why, both of us, we weren't high or anything. Both of us were looking at it saying, that's a shark.
Yeah.
That's what that is. It's a shark.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's easy. piece of cake. He's not interested in us. And then some woman got bit right there the next summer or something like that.
Yeah, she got bit in the foot, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it happens.
I don't fear a wild animal. I just don't. I don't have that in me. I would like to. I just don't.
First of all,
I don't.
First of all,
I don't. Throw a wild animal at me and I'll fight it. I don't care.
Let me just point out what I think everybody already knows.
What?
How often you coming in contact with a wild animal? When's the last time?
Does looking them up online count?
When is the last?
Does looking them up online count? How about looking at footage of a zoo? I look at footage of the San Diego Zoo all the time.
Yeah.
I have been. Let's trying to think. I've been out on my mountain bike, and I've seen some critters. Nothing that big.
Keep going.
But
I'll give you some room. I'm not going to cut you off on this one.
Okay. I've been in the area of a bear, meaning I think I've been in the same state as a bear.
Oh, really? I like the dump. You were dropping some stuff off?
I was throwing away an RCA television from the 70s at a dump.
And there was 7-8 bears
there
over
was
there.
very small black bears.
Right, over there at the dump.
They actually look like cats, now that I think of it.
Right, and everybody working there is like, check out O'Brien. Not worried at all.
All kidding aside, that if shit got real, that I would be a physically brave person.
The hand gesture.
You know that. You know that. You know that if the shit went down, you know that, okay, Conan plays the fool. Oh, Conan, he acts scared. But when it really goes down, here's what I think. You know that I would be
when the shit really goes down. And here, I feel like I could depend on you to tell me what Lincoln did in a certain.
This is fascinating. In 1858,
this reminds
during
me.
the Great Skedaddle. Okay, that's fair enough.
You'd be like, hold on, Tim, I got this. When Roosevelt was in a similar situation, right?
Which Roosevelt? It's important. You got to nail that.
Yeah. See, this is your department.
I don't know. I guess I got over my skis there a little bit. I don't know.
Over the skis.
I don't know what I would do if I encountered a real live animal, but I like to think that I'd be physically very brave and that I'd go down fighting.
I'm just still thinking the visual of you over your skis a little bit. I want to know how that goes down.
I think you and I are.
What's your ski? We've never gone skiing. We've never hit the slopes.
We haven't done most of anything.
It's true.
I mean, first of all,
it's true.
I'd go skiing with you anytime. I love skiing. I don't want to go to NOLA to some jazz fest. Okay.
Let's go. What about snowboarding? You go snowboarding?
I can't do that. My center of gravity is up near my ears.
Wait a minute.
Ridiculous.
I figured it'd be easier.
No, it's worse.
Snowboarding's harder for you than skiing. Have you done it?
Yeah, I tried. I tried snowboarding once, and we actually shot a remote. And I ate mountain the whole time. And what happens when you snowboard, it's the physics of it is you go down like 3 times as harder than you would on skis. And
I
lost like 70% of my brain capacity that day.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I can't wait. You
shot the remote for the old show?
It was for the 2002 Olympics, I think.
Sorry, I missed it. Was it really for the Olympics?
You could see it on YouTube. All my work is available.
That's why I've got the pen so I could write this shit down. Watch Conan on YouTube. Just kidding.
You shouldn't say just kidding out loud.
I just wrote JK.
I think you and I need to have a project together because we have a good chemistry.
Yep.
And we have it. Listen,
you want to be my sidekick for the show?
On your talk show?
Yeah, this show could be called My Sidekick is Conan O'Brien. And then on the T-shirts, on the front, it'll say, My Sidekick is Conan O'Brien, starring Timothy Olyphant, right? And on the back, it'll say, he needs a friend.
Yes. So you incorporate, this is good. We're getting the word out on all the brands. I see what we're doing.
See what we're doing? And then your whole thing I would love that. Are you in?
Yeah.
Because you brought it up, right? You said
we should do something
together. And I came back to you.
I'll be honest with you. I thought it was going to be something maybe more in the acting realm, but if this is
you want to act? See, this is the problem. We've already established this. You want this life over here, but I want over there. So you want to act together?
Yeah, if you see a chance for us to be in a project together.
If you see a chance.
Well,
Well, you're a writer. Let's pitch something.
all right.
What's going on with writing, by the way? I was thinking about this the other day. Now that you've been
Yeah,
free
what
to-
is going on with writing?
No, but you are a true blue genius writer.
Well,
I'm saying that for the people who may not be aware of it. He's really good, talented.
that's sweet.
You
of you
write-
to say.
Have you? Do you write anymore?
I
Do
write.
you ever sit down and just keep regular writing hours?
I don't.
No.
I don't. I
Why
let
not?
that go.
That's a bit of a.
I do write letters. I write letters to people.
By the way, I've heard you say this.
And if you gave me your
I
home
fucking
address,
meant to. I have a to-do list. I'm writing this down now.
I write letters to people and I
Hold
type
on.
them out.
Hold on.
And when people
Yeah,
get one of my letters,
Let me
they're kind of
just tell
happy.
you this note to self, okay? I want you to hear it. I want there to be witnesses. Note to self. Write Conan a handwritten letter saying you've heard he likes to write people handwritten letters.
Typed.
Funny because you've never received one.
Okay. Okay.
I'm writing you. I heard you say this. Talking to Sedaris?
Yeah.
By the way, you and Sedaris, people, do yourself a favor. If they're still listening to this interview, those interviews, I just love them.
Yeah.
I think I may have.
He's
I don't know
terrific.
if I've told you that, but I just loved you guys talking to each other. And I heard you talking about how much you like to type letters to people.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking I should write Conan a letter and tell him that I heard that, and yet I wondered why I'd never gotten one.
Well, maybe yours is coming, and maybe it's going to be really special.
I
when you
realize
do
there's a
get it.
lot of grievances here in the friendship today. I realize
You and I have not connected for a long
It's
time.
been a while.
You've been busy,
A little
and I
bit.
think
a little bit.
I think maybe I came into this with a chip on my shoulder.
A little bit.
Well, bet I probably did,
A little bit.
and
It's good that you admit it.
and felt like I had to use the podcast to get you back into my life, and then felt like you played me like a chimp. And you're a big talker about NOLO or no law, but we all know it wouldn't happen. If I called you up and said, "Hey, I'm coming," suddenly there'd be an issue. Oh, they just canceled Jazz Fest, Conan.
This is
no.
no one's buying this. I'm not buying it. No one's listening.
Oh, you'd be
No one's-
excited if I was coming down,
Yeah, I'm going to come see you.
and I'm going to get up on stage and scat with the band. A scoot got scoot doodly doo.
Yeah.
A doot deedly
By
and
the
a
way,
dally
for
doo.
those who haven't been to Jazz Fest, I highly recommend it. It's my favorite music festival, and it's not all jazz, but it's the best thing. You also go in the gospel tent and just listen to gospel.
Oh, that's nice.
It's one
That
of my
sounds good.
favorite things in the world. I still feel like the best way for us to do something acting-wise is if we write something.
Okay.
But you've given up writing.
I didn't say I gave up on it.
Didn't he use those words? Didn't he
No,
say
you
something?
said, don't you do regular writing every day? And I
And-
said I write letters, but no, I'm not sitting down every day and going, the sun broke lazily over the horizon in a crepuscular burst of auburn light. I didn't do that. Jesus, that was fucking great.
I was going to say, that's amazing.
I hope
Just
we
write
get
that down.
We have it
Got that?
recorded.
Yeah,
That's
we
an amazing
recorded.
beginning to a really awful book, but it's a great beginning.
Yeah, but awful book, but not an awful. What do we want to do?
We're going to do something together. We're going to do a
Right?
project.
Is it going to be like a half hour kind of deal?
The thing that they're going to want us to do is
They're going to want us.
they're going to want us to do the buddy cop thing. You and me,
That's
buddy
what
cops.
I was about to say, the
They're going
buddy
to want us to do buddy cops.
They're going to want us to do it.
and they're going to want you to be the one that knows what he's doing, and me to be like,
Let's flip it.
yes, I'm hyper competent,
Super good.
killer with the ladies.
Wasn't there like didn't Jeff Goldblum have a cop show for a while where he was a cop?
10 Speed and Brown Shoe.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's it.
with Ben Vereen.
That's it.
Yeah.
What? Let's just remake that. Let's
Okay.
bring that back. People love whatever there are.
Reboots.
Yeah. Let's bring back 10 Street and what would you call it?
10 Speed and Brown Shoe.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you're
So
you're not going to be at this pitch meeting.
I'm at the
You can't even say, you can't say a whole sentence correctly involving this pitch. So I'm going to go in and pitch it.
I love the pitch, by
And
the way.
I'm going to say Tim Olyphant is attached. I'm aging quickly and badly. I could see it in your face when you saw me. So I need to get this done now. Do you know what I mean? This can't wait 2 years, 3 years.
Well, use it though. Use that in your performance.
What, that I'm falling apart and old?
That you're aging badly and you don't have a lot of time. Like you're the cop who needs to solve this thing because they've like...
But not because he has a terminal disease or he's about to retire, just because he doesn't like the way he's aging.
Exactly.
And he's vain. I like that idea.
It's really smart.
If your brother listened to the first one
Yeah.
and thought, what did he say? He learned
Nothing.
And too much.
Too much. How'd we do?
I think we hit it again.
Oh, I don't know. It just feels, I'm not sure. Okay, you guys are the best. They're encouraging us. I don't know if that's true, but I'll take your word for it.
We had a harrowing story.
It's gone by...
Where you thought your life would was almost over, right?
How long have we been talking?
Just under an hour.
Just under an hour.
Yeah.
And then the ads
And
that
there's
you do are
three full...
are like
what's that?
35 minutes worth of ads?
No. How long-
Are you doing the 10-minute preamble thing? Is that what you call it?
Yeah. We don't call it the preamble.
What do you call it?
The intro.
It's a 10-minute intro?
I think so, yeah. I really don't know much about the podcast.
I've listened to the podcast, and I just know that at least once you just did away with the intro.
Yeah, occasionally.
Because it was such a special occasion.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be one of those, is it?
We'll have 3 intros in this one.
3 intros.
And then we'll end
An
with
intermission?
then 6 outros.
Exactly. There's a little intermission. Let's take a little break. You know what? When we're done, I'd like to record a 10-minute intro as well. I'd like to do an intro before your intro.
That's a great idea.
I love that. Yeah, sure.
Let's do that.
Done. Yeah.
Are you serious? Let's do it. No, I think that's a really funny idea. I do.
We can do it right now.
If you're up for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, well, let's end this one.
Yeah, let's end this. That's a good idea.
Tim, are we going out to dinner tonight?
I'm up. I'm available. I'm around. Are you you backing out?
No, I'm not backing
And
out.
tomorrow's also good if that's better for you because you might be jet lagged.
No, I'm not jet lagged.
Are you coming downtown?
Because I'll do as I'm told.
Because
this is your city now.
I
so.
came uptown for this, so I assume you kind of...
I've heard the Hard Rock Cafe is a cool spot.
The one downtown. Very cool.
Okay. As long as I get to eat an okay hamburger near a guitar,
you know what's
I'm happy.
Sad is now that I've agreed to do an intro, I realize how difficult your job is.
No, you're going to kill it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's just Adam and I just shooting the shit? What is it?
I don't know. You had this idea, and now you have to do it.
Yeah, but you have like...
It doesn't have to be 10 minutes. It could be a quick intro.
I'm not even usually a part of it. It's
That's my
mostly him.
point. But you're talking to your... Where are they?
I'm going to leave the room right now.
No, where are they? There's usually someone you're talking to.
Sona and gourley.
Sona and gourley.
Yeah,
They're not here yet. They're not in town yet.
What do you mean they're not in town yet?
They're not here yet.
But they're coming?
Yeah.
I got to come back to do the intro?
I
think you can just do it solo.
You can do it solo.
I'm going to do an
Do it with
intro
Adam.
solo.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could just say, the premise is really funny. I like the whole premise is, I know I listened to the podcast. There's always an intro. And I just wanted to have an intro before Conan's intro.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've earned that. Whatever. Yeah. You'll kill at that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna get out.
Okay, cool.
You are my friend for real. You know that, right?
I do know
There's
that.
no backing out now.
I know that's true. We're going out. You're hanging out. You got another interview after this?
I have a meeting after this, and then this is all fun stuff for the listener.
And
then,
this actually probably is. This might be better than just.
I'm going. Yeah.
So what do you got after this?
I've got a meeting with the guy that runs Sirius.
What does that mean exactly?
I don't know.
Keep this rolling. This is good. what actually happens?
I think they're letting me go.
No, but
before we even.
They're going to just say, "Hey, numbers
I don't know.
Great. Things are going
No,
well."
we haven't even launched yet. So there's nothing. Our Sirius channel hasn't launched. I think it's just going to be a, "Hey, man, good to see you" meeting. I hope.
Oh, really? Thanks
Unless-
for doing this. Appreciate you being a part of it.
Yeah.
This is okay. I didn't know this was. Okay. So that's cool. So you got that going for you. How long is that? How long did you schedule
I have that
meeting?
meeting going for me. Yeah,
I mean,
it's a big deal.
I love that you still have to do meetings.
I'm going to a meeting right after this.
Do you
Scott
do that?
Greenstein. He's the big deal here at Sirius.
I know that dude. That dude owes me money. No,
Okay.
Listen, is this one of those things? This is me and you talking. This is pretty much dinner. By the way, guys, this is dinner. Listen, Do you do that because you're like good dude, or you do it because what's in it for you? Why are you meeting with this knucklehead?
Well, first of all, he runs all of Sirius.
So what?
And he said, hey, can Conan stop by and say hi, before he leaves for the day?
Okay.
And I hear that, and being a nice human being,
That's what
I
it is.
think
It's a guilt
I'd
thing.
like to see him.
It's a guilt
No,
thing.
but also, what if he tells me something? What if he says, hey, Conan,
O'Brien.
you've done so much for Sirius. We're all so excited to have you. Here's a gold bar that I want you to have. Maybe that happens in the meeting, and he gives me a solid gold bar.
Okay. I'll meet you. I'll see you at dinner, and you show it to me because I want to see it.
I'll show it to you at dinner.
I can't wait to hear the follow-up of this meeting. Because I'm guaranteeing it's like there's 5 minutes I cannot get back. Okay, so you have a meeting that's not a meeting. You just kind of made it sound more important than it needed to be.
Sake.
Then what's after that?
That's when you and I go to dinner. We can do it early.
How are you getting down? I'm downtown. You're going to come downtown?
Sure.
Take the subway?
I'm no stranger to the subway.
That's it. Because here's the deal. Since we become friends, I meet people who will be like, hey, they'll say something nice, and then they'll be like, hey, say hi to Conan.
Right, because we're famously pals. So
my
much
God,
so
it makes me so happy
that Jordan Slansky is bitter about it and shouted at me, you have your dinners with Timothy Olyphant. Yeah. Unbelievable. I've noticed that when I talk to you, you either make no eye contact with me or too much.
Damn it.
You'll be talking to me, but looking straight across the room that way at this wall that says Sirius XM, or you'll be riveted to me and your eyes don't blink at all, like a reptile. So what's the story with that?
Do you have a prep? You have a...
I love you looking away. It's really because...
I'm not looking away for the rest of the interview. Get used to it, buddy. Here it comes.
Seriously, you just... I've never seen that technique before, Tim. I've been wanting to tell you something for quite a long time now, and I'm looking completely not at you.
I was looking for the door.
I could tell. You wanted out.
Listen... Just, you got questions?
Yeah, I do, but whenever I start, you cut me off.
I don't think that's true.
With, let's check the tape. So far, Adam, has there been some cutting off, to be fair?
There's been a little cutting off.
Okay,
a little bit.
Perfect.
But you heard that one point where I was like, okay, I'm not going to cut him off. And it went on forever.
You started shaving during one of my anecdotes, which I thought was incredibly rude. And you brought all the props. It was very impressive.
All right, let's switch the tone. Let's get to know people.
Okay.
Ready?
Go. I'm going to get to know you.
Okay.
And then you're free
to... I got follow-up questions?
Yeah, you can cut me off with your follow-up questions. I want to first say that I think you're a terrific actor. Now, I've talked to you before about acting, and sometimes I call you up with questions about acting.
Yeah.
Because I think you're very smart about acting. And I like to ask you, in that movie, did you like that movie? What did you think about what that person was doing? And you always break it down and you have a very good, smart, intuitive analysis of what that person's doing. I don't know how to do any of that. This may shock you, but I am not an actor. I don't have an actor's soul. I don't even understand how it works. I'm not. I couldn't be in a scene with you. Could you imagine if you had to do a scene with me in a movie?
You see what happens when I don't cut them off?
I actually wish you cut him off a little earlier.
Jesus.
Where's this going? Is this about you?
I said you were a terrific actor.
Well, you did. You started with a compliment, but then you went on about your thing.
Yeah.
With
exactly.
What are you worried about? First of all, you're a comic genius.
No, let's not get crazy.
Listen, if you want to ask us,
okay,
I'll ask
comic
us
genius.
right back. You're a comic genius.
Sure.
And you've been a comic genius for like 60 years now.
Okay, now it's getting crazy.
I once... we went on a road trip together.
We did?
I don't know if you call it a road, but it was a pretty lengthy drive. And I heard all about your beginnings. And it's really quite phenomenal. Are you writing a book? Are you gonna...
you listened to... I thought you and I went on a road trip and you heard about my beginnings. And
we did. That's
When?
what I just said.
What are you talking about?
Well,
What
I
road
mean,
trip?
it was just up the. It was just.
we drove up the coast.
Yeah, we drove up the coast.
You and I had a romantic getaway. Let's just call it what it was.
I know. I thought it was the first of. It was going to be the first of many. By the way,
I thought we were going to be the male Thelma and Louise, which, when you think about it, is a stupid idea.
Well, you got the red hair.
That's true. Yeah. I'm Gina Davis.
Wouldn't you be Susan Sarandon with the hair? Wasn't her hair kind of reddish?
Yeah, but Gina Davis is taller. I think I would be Gina Davis. I mean, listen again. The listeners are going to decide, but I think it's right. Gina Davis.
All right. Yeah, you'd be Gina Davis.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Nice scene with Brad Pitt.
Yeah. I gave him his start.
Right.
So
You and him with the hairdryer.
Okay.
You remember that?
I do.
It's a good scene.
Again, there you are with your good acting mind breaking down a scene. I don't know how you do it. And
I'm sorry, I cut you off, but is there a question? I'm being serious.
Why does this have to be a question?
I don't know what these things are.
When it's you and me, it's not like any other podcast. Yes, usually I have questions.
Okay.
There's kind of a flow to it. But what you and I have and what the fans expect is something frustrating that starts and stops, that takes wild turns, that maybe ends up being less than the sum of its parts. That's what they want from us.
I'm just worried about the ones that, like, if my wife were listening right now, she would have turned it off by now.
Well, first of all, she does that when we go to dinner.
She's like, enough.
She often reaches over and tries to turn a volume button on my head that isn't there.
Yeah.
I've seen her try to change the channel on me when the four of us are out to dinner.
Uh-huh.
And my wife is right along with her on that one.
It's true, isn't it? They're like you guys go.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yep.
Our lives are very different. Mm-hmm. My work has always been, you stay in this one place and you do this and you don't move. Here's your talk show desk. Don't you fucking move. Your life, which I've always kind of envied, is, like you said, there's this gig in Wales and suddenly you're living in Wales for a couple of months. I've always been fascinated by that. Does that get old or do you still love it?
I always wanted to have a talk show. I just want to, and I still to this day.
It's like one of those body switch movies.
I have a whole fantasy about just like having a talk show. I read about someone's giving up their talk show and I think to myself, should I raise my hand? What's the deal? I feel like I'd love that regular
Would
gig.
you like that?
Well, I think the answer is yes. Yeah, I love routine. I do love routine. I'm being serious. My day, like I like the routine of it. I like, what is it that I like about it? I don't know, but I always thought it'd be really cool.
To have a talk show.
To have a talk show, yeah.
What about the day in and day out, over and over again? Could you do that? Wouldn't you miss? I'm going to Japan now. To be in a robot movie.
No, I mean, for years, I don't think I would. I think I'd enjoy it. I enjoy talking to people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even though that we're starting to have an actual conversation here, but I tricked
you into it. You see what I did?
You did. You lulled me.
Yeah. There was some stuff at the beginning, but that's our process. And then we get to this. But you know what you are? You're always been a hilarious talk show guest.
Thank you.
Again, people, when they talk to me about appearances that people have made, Kevin Nealon's name comes up, and obviously Norm Macdonald's name comes up, and these different names comes up, and your name pops up a lot. People liked you doing panel. They liked you because you come at things from a very different angle. You've got a very quirky, dry sense of humor, very funny, and people enjoy it. I
appreciate it. I never thought, do I have a dry sense of humor?
I think you do. Well, you have a dry delivery. You have a dry delivery.
Oh.
You have a very dry delivery.
Because I feel like I'm just like a puppy dog. Like I'm like one of those loud. Do you think of that? I mean,
no. Who thinks of you as a loud? You're not a loud guy.
My kids.
You're always angry around your kids. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, God damn it. God damn it. And then Alexis is like, Tim, take it easy. And you say, you quiet, woman. And
Right.
you do a lot of that.
Right.
And there's a lot of, who touched my drink? And I need more to drink. So there's that.
And when the one food is touching the other food.
Oh, these foods can't touch.
Right? When the eggs are touching the toast,
Mm-hmm.
and I just lose it.
You know what's crazy? Do you ever watch, remember the movie Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia Roberts, where she's with the crazy type A husband, and he needs everything to be just perfect, or he flies into a rage?
Sadly, I missed it.
Okay, it's many, many years ago.
But I'm a fan of just the other day watched Aaron Brockovich, which is a much better movie, I'm guessing, than the one you're talking about.
Yeah, the one I'm talking
keep
about
going with your
is the
anecdote.
one that everyone came to see because it was, oh God, again, I'm shamed every time I speak on Conan O'Brien's podcast by Tim Olyphant. It's ridiculous.
It's called Conan Needs a Friend.
Needs is the operative word.
Exactly.
Yeah, I need help here.
That's where I'm
I've
pointing
never
out.
needed you more.
That's what I'm trying to...
And I've been trying to actually talk to you. I've been trying to talk to you and hang out for like 6 months, and the only way to do it was to book you on the podcast.
Wow.
What kind of friendship is that? Suddenly,
Wow.
we're together because I booked you on the podcast.
First of all, a true buddy would have been like, where are you? You're like, oh, I'm coming. I was in New Orleans for 2 months. You could have said, oh my God, let's go visit Olyphant in New Orleans. We'll go hit Jazz Fest. We'll cruise around.
Oh, I can't take Jazz Fest.
You know what would have been amazing about Jazz
that
Fest?
noodling, scale noodling.
First of all, here's the thing at Jazz Fest. People go and there's large groups, and in order to find people in the crowd, people have flags and stuff. So they're like, that's our group. But with you, we could have just been like, where's Conan? We could just see you.
Right.
We're like, there's that red
Inflatable thing outside of a car lot.
Right. We're just looking
flapping around.
We're just looking for like a really unattractive Gina Davis.
Okay, you know what?
Where is she?
I didn't come here
Where is she?
to be called an unattractive Gina Davis.
You could have flown out. Here's the main point.
I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy.
I'm
I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not the kind of guy who says, it's time for me to hit the Big Easy and hang with Olyphant at the Jazz Fest.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of
Would've
who
been
I
great.
am. No, I can't do that.
I was working.
What kind of jazz are they playing? Is it like... Is it that kind of thing?
I think there is a tent for that. And I
How
don't
about...
know.
Is that happening? Because I can't do that.
Just give a third example, because I think people want it. It's amazing. You don't know how much I could just see you in Star Wars on that last one. I could have seen you. You could have been in the bar.
Right, and there could have been little, subtitles underneath me saying, I'll give you 40 Griebgars for the Glub Glub.
Right?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's funny because we started talking about your relationship with your parents. I'm very curious if they find you funny.
Not one bit.
Wow.
Yeah. Like they're proud of me, but like my mom will be sitting, like my mom will watch the audience in the middle of my show. And therefore, like I cannot have my parents in my eye line at all during the show.
You know what, I have to say this. If I have family, any kind of family coming to a show, I can't handle it. It's very difficult. And it could be, it could be the Chicago Theater, and there's 34,000 people packed in that theater. If I know that there's a face somewhat like mine somewhere in there, it chills me to the bone. I don't know what that is. And my parents have been very supportive and happy, and I know they're out there laughing, but it's a kind of pressure that's hard to explain to people.
And you also take it a lot more personally. Like my wife is very smart in that on a 25-country world tour, she'll go like, okay, there, and there. I'm coming with you, but I'm not coming to Arlington, Texas. I'll come to Edinburgh, I'll come to New York. And so then if you're doing a show and you look over in the wings and your wife is just like on her phone, you take that so goddamn personally. And you're like, I know it's the 50th time you've seen the show, but you have to be as captive as the rest of the audience. So I just rather not, have people there.
I'm just relating to this this is meaningful to me because I know exactly what you're
Right?
talking about.
She's
Yeah.
like playing Candy Crush during my. I'm like, what the hell?
Do you see I'm killing here? She's like, yeah, but I'm really with this Candy Crush. This is a high score for me. This is a personal best. Tell me about that because that intrigues me. You're in a very small club of comedians that can do a world tour and hit so many different countries. That just blows me away.
You thought there was a downside to having 1 billion people, huh?
1 billion just feels like too many to me.
Yeah.
I've been offered 1 billion fans, and I just don't find it. No, but I mean, tell me, so what are your favorite countries to go to? Or you don't have to say favorite, but what are the countries you'll say, oh my God, I'm going to absolutely kill it there? You know, because there must be spots around the globe, outside of India where you say like, oh my God, when I go there, it's just a delight.
I like the no safety net places. And I think you probably relate to this as much in that I did a 25 country world tour and, we were in Oslo and in Oslo, we maybe had 800 or 900 people come out. And then that was a Sunday night. And then the promoters there's a town called Stavanger, which is 2 hours away, which is a fishing village. Do you want to play Stavanger? And I'm like, how many people? 23. How many free tickets? 20. And it's his friends and that's the best show of the world tour.
Yeah.
There's no Indians. There's no safety net. Your material is tested. So I like that. Or I like going up at the Comedy Cellar, for instance, following some comic that nobody's heard of, but who's 20 years in and is an assassin and so much older than I am and being terrified to follow that person.
It's good to be terrified.
It is so good to be terrified.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And it's also necessary. It's funny you say that about, wanting to play that small village because it's something that I am a little bit addicted to, which is I like to get into places where I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, why is he here? It's a little bit like, where's Waldo? Why is that guy here? And that's one of the things that the minute we figured out we could start traveling our show, I was intoxicated by the idea that I could be in some strange situation in Ghana trying to make people laugh who've never heard of me before and don't really care. That became, I don't know what it is. There's a magic to that of how did I get here and what are these people going to think? And I don't know. I'm endlessly fascinated by that.
And also how funny people are the same everywhere in the world. There are a bunch of angsty, we're just the same. Like comics are the same everywhere in the world that you go. Like I'll try and use like a local opener or a feature act wherever I go. And I've learned more from like local feature acts than I have, from I think the biggest comics anywhere else. So I love that.
Do you do any research and try and find out? I always try and find out what's the deal with this town because there's always a deal. There's always a and I know that it can seem cheap because you're playing to the room, but there's part of me that always wants to hit on the thing that they're thinking about, which is that somebody tried to open a knockoff Walmart in town and but no one really likes them and then it failed, but then someone else turned it into a Chuck E. Cheese that's also a knockoff and now everybody's happy. And if you can hit on that and explore that with them, it feels kind of magical that someone came out of the sky and landed here and now is talking to you about what you care about.
I like I think the perfect show kind of meanders between shit they want to hear and shit you want to say. And I certainly haven't written it yet. But I think in the first 5 minutes, you have to find something, some sort of local acknowledgement of we're both here and I have, in some sense, experienced your city because it's disingenuous not to.
Yeah.
So like I will kind of go in a little bit earlier and do one thing. So if you're in Stavanger, I will try the fish soup and have, jokes about that.
Tell me about that transition to Chicago, because that's quite a leap.
It is a great city. I love it. And I had 3 jobs. I was I was a dishwasher at the Grand Lux Cafe on Michigan Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing open mics at night. And I was a security guard
Mm-hmm.
at a tiny school. And it was, I'd venture to say, one of the best times in my life. You know, where for some reason, you're broke as hell, but you always have enough money for booze and a pack of cigarettes. You know, at that age, it somehow shows up and you have enough money for that one date that you want to have. And there's kind of nothing to lose. You know, it was a great year of my life. And then my visa expired and I had to go home.
Oh.
You know.
Did you sell knives for a while?
I sold Cutco cutlery kitchen knives, which is also the year after 9/11. So brown guy at your door with knives. It's not, you know, not a lot of sales. You know, it's like, hey, can I interest you in a...
Maybe don't start with the knife out at that point.
But you have a demo, right? So they give you leather strips and then you cut the knife and then you pile up the strips and then you cut the pile of strips and you cut a penny in half. Great knives. And I think it's like $135 set at that time and you make like $40 commission. I made 0 sales.
You made no sales?
After 9/11, no chance.
Were you doing comedy right after 9/11?
I was doing like rooms on the south side of Chicago.
And what was that like?
I was booed off stage 7 weeks in a row at a bar called Mike's.
Is that because, before they would even listen to you?
Yeah. A south side room in Chicago is always a tough room, right?
Yeah.
And very little patience. So I was just going up like, what's up with cockroaches or whatever? And they were like, fuck off. And then
We do want to know what's up with cockroaches.
What is up with cockroaches?
I don't know.
I think we'll...
Coming to Netflix. The Secret Life of Cockroaches. No. And then I think the first joke I wrote was alliteration and not very good, but I just remember kind of yelling at people because I was just broke and frustrated. And I was like, you Americans, you don't value Indian people. We teach you in colleges and we drive your taxis and we are your gynecologists and we sell you food. Without Indians, you'd be starving, stranded, sexless, sterile, and stupid. And that was the first laugh I got from like a group of people.
Oh, that's so. In a way, when did you start to see? And this presupposes you saw it change, but things soften. In the time after 9/11.
I was gone by then. But by the time they softened,
because your visa expired.
My visa expired. I went home and I wanted to get into Bollywood and. I got a job at CNBC, which was the craziest thing. I love Jon Stewart. I was a gigantic fan.
Right.
And I ended up taking a handy cam. Before that, I went to Mumbai to be a VJ. I don't know if you guys know what a VJ is.
We know what a VJ is.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just me with like spiky hair and like no sleeves. And then...
Well, you're there. That's all you need. Right? Spiky hair.
And a puka shell necklace.
Yeah.
And at some point, a producer actually told somebody else, they're like, his arms are too saggy. So we're going to give him fake tattoos to cover up the arms. And I was like, just give me sleeves. It would be easier if you just gave me sleeves.
This is why you can't find one picture of me sleeveless. It's my first rule. I will have sleeves.
Right. So now I have henna tattoos that I have to to touch up every 8 weeks. And I was fired in like 3 months. And then I shot a pilot on my friend's kitchen table, which was like a news comedy pilot.
Right.
And CNBC picked me up. And I got to go on the primetime news at the end of the primetime news bulletin at 9:45 and do 3 minutes of jokes every day. And I was 26, on a show that the prime minister's watching and that every major businessman is watching. And everybody was kind of cool and patient to say, this is clearly a kid and he's clearly very green, but let's give him time. And so I got to do that for like 4 years before trying to do film.
It's interesting. So you knew you were funny and that you had this talent, but acting seemed to be something that you were more interested in.
At the time, yeah, for sure. There's a movie called Rang De Basanti, which is a Bollywood ensemble movie. And, Hindi movies, are full of beautiful people. Just, blessed by God, beautiful. And talented and amazing. And I just kind of knew this isn't a space for me. I won't cut it. And then I saw this movie that had this lovely ensemble with like 3 other guys that looked like me. And now in India, there's a path for like an Adam Sandler kind of an actor or a Ben Stiller kind of an actor.
Right.
Then there wasn't. And then I'm like, I finally feel like there's a place for me in the film industry. And then I went to an audition line. It was a bunch of 6'2" guys who looked amazing. So I ended up shooting a stand-up special with my own money and getting a DVD together. Just making sure that the DVD looked packaged enough where it could belong next to, I don't know, Magnolia or something in a DVD library.
Yeah.
And it was called Viragra, because, puns are always fun. And I ended up going to every DVD library in Mumbai where I knew filmmakers rented DVDs from and just giving them 10 free copies. And that made its way to different production houses and like got me auditions. So I got to kind of shortcut my way in.
But that's incredible gumption, and it really, and that is, I think, a word from your culture, gumption.
Yeah, it's an ancient Sanskrit word.
But that shows a lot of ingenuity, and that's very impressive that you would do that. And what you saw yourself as, okay, I could do this. I'd like to crack this Bollywood film industry. And, it is amazing to me. I don't think most people who haven't looked into it can understand how massive those stars are in India. I mean, it's bigger than, we think, celebrities here are revered. Well, the most revered celebrity here is probably, disliked and liked almost in equal measure, with a few exceptions. But it's a whole other thing in India.
I think in the Indian film industry, once you get to whoever these top 10% are, just the stars of stars, probably the least famous of them is more famous than a Kardashian. Is the way that I would put it. It's an amazing level of respectful adulation and fame at the same time. And it's because, to me, it represents beautiful escapism. Picture, like in my family, we had Sunday mornings was the only time that the entire family would go out together. And, dad is tired from work and mom is tired from work. And you sit down in the movie theater and watch one Bollywood movie and then go out for lunch. So it has to be beautiful and large and magnanimous. Like, if you show us Spotlight, we're going to kill ourselves that evening. You know what I mean? Like, you can't,
you don't want to see a movie where people in chinos are in a fluorescently lit newsroom talking about child abuse.
No.
That's not going to get the whole family. Very hard to turn that into a musical. I tried, I know. I looked into it.
Spotlight the musical hasn't happened.
I tried. I put a lot of my own money into it, and I'll just say it was a mistake. I have to tell you, of all the places I've been in the world, my brief time in India, and I still believe this, and I don't know how you feel about it, it is the most different culture I've ever been in. And I've been to a lot of places.
Yeah.
But when you're in India, and I said I was in Jaipur, and we were driving to a location, and we're going through sort of the heart of the city, and people, cars, livestock, everything is moving, but there was no formalized flow of traffic. Everything was moving in all directions, and I thought it was kind of beautiful. Yeah. I mean, if you surrendered to that, you're like, this is so completely different from anything I've experienced on the planet Earth before.
Yeah.
And the people are very beautiful. And there's, but I remembered feeling completely outside my body. The
moment you land and then you're driving to the hotel, you're driving around animals on the street, and there's 6 people on a like a bike.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
I think
incredible.
You guys go through 3 stages, right? Whenever my friends from abroad come over, it's because I recognize that it is sensory overload.
Yeah.
It is
total sensory overload.
More colors and people and flavors and everything that you've experienced in like a per capita basis, right? So they always come in, and my friends are always just kind of glazed over the eyes for the first 2 days because they've just never experienced so much in 48 hours. Then I meet them like a week later and they're really homesick, right? They're just like, I miss peanut butter or some shit like that, right? And then, right? And then you meet them. Right?
I miss peanut butter.
Then you meet them a week later and they're like, I'm never going back. Right?
Yes.
And that's the arc.
You've got to make it past
I miss
the peanut butter stage. I remember I put a lot of peanut butter in my baseball cap.
You did. You had me pack it.
And I kept taking my hat and going...
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to pack clothes because I had to pack all your peanut butter.
I've had comedians show up to comedy festivals with peanut butter in their suitcases. Like I had a female comedian from LA show up with like bread and peanut butter. And I'm like, we have 1 billion people. We're feeding each other, like we and then she went on to eat every local thing that she could eat in like under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's interesting because we love doing travel shows, and I really wanted to go to India and do a whole travel show.
Yeah.
But and I would still like to do that. I remember the government was very much like, well, what are you going to do? Well, we go to all these different countries, and I don't want to diss the country. I want to go there and meet the people and make comedy with them. I don't want it to be making fun of them. And so, but I did notice that of all of the governments that we encountered, India felt, and I know that you've run up against this, they want a lot of assurances about what we're going to do while we're there. They'd like to see the footage. And I thought, I don't know, it was a different attitude than I had come across before. Do you know what that's about?
I remember when you guys were thinking about doing that, because we were emailing, and then the version that I heard could be very, very different, but they said, we're gonna think about permissions because he shot something here before without permissions.
Yes. Yeah.
So
which was something that we didn't even think about, but years ago we did a piece. I mean, we're talking the old late night show.
Yeah.
We did a piece with a writer, Andy Blitz, and it was a really funny idea, which is he's having trouble with his computer. And so he unplugs it and he wraps the cord around it and goes to the airport, and then you see him. It's a very expensive piece. He flies to India, and then he walks through the streets and finds the actual place where the Collins Center is and brings the computer to the person, which we thought was a really clever idea. We were doing this, show by the seat of our pants. And of course, and I don't think it was insulting at all, but they just went and they didn't do the proper paperwork.
Yeah.
And apparently, so then we were, I think 15 or 20 years later saying, hey, we'd love to come and do something that we think is really respectful and fun about India. And they said, you didn't fill out the paperwork last time, and you need to be penalized. And at first we didn't know what they were talking about. And then, of course, we talked to Andy Blitz, and he's like, oh yeah, I didn't fill out any papers.
Oh no.
Well, man, you can't
Who needs to do that? So yeah.
You can't expect us to fix your computers and then not have good memories. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going to remember shit, Just saying, just once I want to see like an American call an Indian tech place, and he'd be like, I need to fix my computer.
Yeah.
And just us be like, do you though? Do you really need a computer? What are you going to do on it?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah.
No. And then just put the phone down on you. You don't need a computer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had found, you've very famously went up against it. It's hard to comprehend in American society because we pride ourselves on you can say whatever you want and people may not like it, but that is your right under the Constitution. And I know you've talked about this a lot, but so we don't have to dwell on it, but you gave a very intelligent and wonderful monologue about India, and then flew there. And what happened?
Well, without saying too much, I was doing a show at the Kennedy Center, and then I ended up making a YouTube video at the end of it, which was a monologue, and ended up just a very kind of improvised thing where my wife and I were in DC, and we were looking at some monuments, and I was homesick, and I kind of wrote this thing down at 4 p.m. before the show. And I showed it to my wife and I'm like, should I do this? And she's like, yeah, what could happen? And then...
And it's called Two Indias.
It's called Two Indias. And then we found a wedding photographer on Yelp who had a camera and we shot it and we put it up. And it really just began with like sort of one news channel. I think we all have the angry, on fire all the time news channel in every country. And so I put it up and it went viral for like 3 days, lots of love. And then a news channel picked it up and they kind of set everything on fire. And so on this channel, people were calling me on sorts of things and saying cancel his passport and filing complaints. And then when I landed, I was like, I don't know how this is going to go.
Where did you land? What city?
In Mumbai.
Mumbai, okay.
And then we just kind of buckled down for 2 months. You know, the theme of the new special is also sort of, if you can find a way to stay mentally strong through an outrage cycle, you discover that real life and love is on the way. And I think in moments like that, you discover what it means to be a comic in a certain sense, because you never think about sort of, if you really focus, you're not thinking about fair, unfair, any of these larger things. You're thinking, is this funny? Is there a joke that can be told about this or a story that can be told? You know, for context, I cannot wait to hear Chris Rock's 5 minutes about the Oscars.
Yeah.
You know, I've never heard him talk about it, tweet about it, post about it, because the rule of being a comic is the first time it happens, it's got to be jokes. You know, and so for me, it was feeling bad that I may have let a lot of people down and also received a lot of love and saying, can I write the joke that makes you both laugh? Because I take any feedback. Any feedback is good feedback and valid feedback. Head down, mouth shut. And so then I just kind of really dug deep to write a show about being an idiot at the center of the show. And I think 2 months later, after I turned my phone on and there's a lot of love and suddenly you're grappling, you know, it's a little surreal to not know where you stand in people's hearts.
Yeah.
And I wrote a joke which was, I was on the homepage of the BBC and there was a big headline that said, comedian polarizes the nation. Do you know how badly you have to fuck up before the British say that you divided India?
That's great.
Right? And so it acknowledges a fuck up. It acknowledges that it was polarizing and now both sides can hopefully laugh at it. And then I just wrote a show to kind of say, can I take some drama in my life and pivot it so it brings a lot of people joy, which I think is the comedian's job. So that's the learning for me this year, is what it means to be a comic, truly.
You know, it's interesting because I think it takes a lot of discipline, and I commend you for that, to go through an intense experience like that where a lot of people are upset and remember that your job is comedy. Because I do think many people would say, I want to go on the equivalent of Oprah and cry. It's something that I've, I bumped into Chris not too long ago, Chris Rock, and I was telling him I really commend you on not, everybody, Oprah and every show like that will do anything to get him to come on and open up and maybe tear up and cry. And it takes a lot of, I think, discipline and a kind of a class to say, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I'm going to wait for my moment and then do what I do.
Because you want the end result of it to be joy, right? That is my job at the end of the day. And I wouldn't hand over my narrative to anybody else. I wouldn't trust anybody with my narrative but myself. Like as much as I know what, for instance, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have gone through, I imagine there will now be a podcast about the book, about the interview, about the documentary. But a comedian doesn't have to go through that. We can just crack a joke and bring everybody to the table again. I think it's the most beautiful democratic of professions in that sense. So yeah, that took a while. And you just kind of have to surround yourself with other comics. Like I remember I was at the Cellar, I think the night that I was on the news, and a comic came up to me and he was like, you know what the worst part is? They're calling you a poet. Ugh.
Right.
And that's such a comedian response where at some point you go, okay, this is going to be funny someday.
Yes.
And then you buckle down.
Did you, when you went back to India, were you arrested or was it just charged?
No, it was people filed complaints.
Filed complaints.
Yeah, and then the police was like, no, we're not, entertaining this.
And you never felt physically threatened?
No, I don't think there's a more powerful feeling than feeling like you've let people down.
Yes.
And so I think that's the most powerful feeling at the center of the special. Like one of the things that was important with the special is I never want to lionize myself or victimize myself.
Yeah.
This is just funny. I think we all know, the way that I look at it is I never even reference the content as such. To me, you can't predict when content becomes controversial, but you can make sure that controversy isn't your content, and you can kind of be the idiot always. So I think that's been the learning.
You had such a fascinating upbringing and childhood. And I've always had this theory that if someone is challenged when they're growing up and doesn't have a clear sense of their own identity because it's always being shifted around, that can be an impetus to great things, even if it's unpleasant to go through at the time. And you grow up in India, but then you move to Nigeria at a pretty young age.
Yeah, my parents can smell happiness, and the minute I find it, they move me like somewhere else. So,
you know what they were doing? They were like, we want him to be really funny.
Yeah.
So he seems happy right now.
Yeah.
Move him and stress him.
So privileged household in India, and then get moved to Lagos, Nigeria, where I get my ass whooped every week because I'm the kid from India. And I do public school in Lagos, Nigeria. And just as that's going really, really well, I'm like 9 years old. Private boarding school in India, where I get my ass whooped because I'm the kid from Africa.
Oh my God.
Then finally find a girlfriend, I think, in private school in India. Get taken to public school in New Delhi, which is where you get your ass whooped because you're the kid from private school. Then American University, where you're the kid from India. Go back to be in Bollywood, where you're the kid from American drama school. And now in LA, where you're the guy from Bollywood. So I fit in.
And I do apologize for attacking you earlier. When you walked in, I started hitting you. I just thought, because your parents called me and they said, he's happy again. It's time. So how miserable were you when you were sent off to private school? I went to public school, so I never had that experience of being sent away.
Yeah.
At a young age. And I know famously, I mean, there's people that write about it. It always sounds Dickensian to me, like a level of, you're very young and you're sent off to another country often, and that there's harsh treatment. And I think it just sounds like a nightmare for kids.
It is. My parents were in Africa and I was 7. So 7.5 when I went to boarding school in India.
Oh my God.
And, so I was also very dramatic. So I would write them letters in like red ink and be like, this is in my blood. You've forgotten about me.
Oh my God.
And then,
wow.
Kids would try and run away from boarding school on a weekly basis. And because we're shitty friends, we'd like walk them to the gate of the school and like give them $5 and be like, good luck, man. Like, I hope you make it. But like my parents were in Africa. And I tried to run away from India to Africa like 4 times from boarding school.
Technically hard to do.
Very hard to do.
Wow. So you would take off. How far would you get?
Like 3 kilometers.
Oh no.
But I feel like boarding school either graduates like generic boarding school people who you can recognize a mile away.
Right.
Or like complete misfits. And I'm the second.
There was this, I was reading a biography of Churchill, who always kind of fascinates me. And when he was very young, his parents, of course, were, quasi noble, and they were. His father was a very important person, and he was sent away at an absurdly young age.
Yeah,
and he always had minders, so he never really saw much of his parents. And his father is a famous politician. And one day, and he's very bitter about the fact that he's been sent away to this very tough English private school. And then he finds out one day that his father's in that town giving a speech. His town, his tiny little town where his school is, and his dad didn't stop by and visit him. And I was reading the letter and it was like, dear father, I'm hard pressed to think of why you couldn't at least wave at my window. And of course, the father was like, bugger off. I have no time for this. But that's what it always sounds like to me.
I'm prepping you to defeat Hitler. It's basically,
exactly.
Like that's what you need to defeat Hitler.
Yes, we do need someone to stand up to Hitler about 40 years from now, and you're going to be the guy, and the only way to get there is to totally treat you poorly right now.
It's really sad.
I kind of pushed myself out of boarding school in a very disturbing way. So we were an ex-British military academy. Right. It's like a 150-year-old school. And we had these things called headmaster's cards. And if you get 3, you're kicked out. And I decided by age 12, like, I'm done. And my friend had appendicitis and his appendix had ruptured. And so one day I just went into the nurse's office and I'm like, I have appendicitis. And she's like, okay, where does it hurt? And I said, here, where it hurt for my friend. Mm-hmm. Spent like 2 days in the hospital just eating ice cream. And then in the middle of the night, they were like, we're taking you to a different city. You're going to get operated on.
Oh, God.
And I was like, okay. And then I'm in an ambulance. And then the next thing I know, I'm on an operation table, right? With 2 doctors who are like, you sure this shit hurts? And I'm like, yeah.
Wait, you stuck to it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then my parents were in Africa at this point, right? And so I wake up after anesthesia. Like 18 hours later, my mother from Africa is sitting in the hospital in the north of India, and her and 2 doctors look very pissed off. And they're just like, his appendix was fine. And then the boarding school was just like, I don't think he's happy here. Maybe you should take him out.
So they opened you up.
Yeah, pretty much.
You went under anesthesia and they opened you up.
They still took out my appendix to be safe. Like, just because, that they were in there. If you're in there, you might as well. But yeah, that's...
They also took out a lung.
Yeah.
We're here. That lung looks fine, but who knows? Maybe one day. Let's just take it. So, wow. So that got your parents' attention, though.
Yeah. And then I was sent off to public school where, it was a better journey. Like, I think I was more meant for public school.
Okay. So when's the moment, this always fascinates me, when you figure out, I'm funny, I have a superpower?
I think comedians either come from the coolest kid in school or the most bullied kid in school, are usually comics, right?
Yeah.
And the coolest kids, I'd venture to say, have less longevity in comedy than the bullied kid. And I just remember being the kid who would get his ass beat because he couldn't shut up, and then not being able to shut up during the beating. You know what I mean? Like, where I'd be like, what is this really accomplishing? Does this make you feel better? And I wouldn't shut up. And then sometimes the guy beating you would crack a smile as well, and you'd be like, yeah, I think this is funny. I think I have
to admit, you're pretty funny. Now, where was I in the beating?
Yeah.
I think, so you start to notice, I think a lot of times you start to notice it with your friends.
Yeah.
If you have any friends, I always think that's where it starts, and that you can make your friends laugh. And then it's a thing of, how can I widen this circle a little bit slowly, to include other people who aren't my friends. But I like doing this so much. I like making people laugh. How can I expand out from there?
I think so, but I also think making your friends laugh is sometimes like a disservice to comedy as well. Like, the first time I ended up doing stand-up, I was in college and it was like my last year, and I'd gone through like 4 years of drama school. So 4 years of sitting in a circle and crying and holding hands and doing things like emoting with your shoulders or whatever the hell they tell you to do in drama school, right?
Yeah.
Just like
I've noticed you emote exclusively with your shoulders. There's a lot of motion up there.
The basis of Bollywood, my friend, is emoting with your shoulders.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I ended up writing, like, as a almost rebellion, this show. Remember there was a movie called White Men Can't Jump?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wrote a show called Brown Men Can't Hump in my final year of college. And so the first time I did stand up, it was like 65 minutes for 800 people.
Wow.
And all friends, so just inside stories, and you
Yep.
feel like you're like, I'm the shit. I'm amazing at this. Cut to you at an open mic in Chicago, like 3 weeks after graduation, getting booed off stage, and you discover, no, I need to be able to make strangers laugh
Yes.
as
Yeah.
well.